button, and next thing you know, you just start
Just
talking.
hit the button.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh my God, look at that, we're live. That's so weird. Oh, look at that. People in the chat. Crazy.
Yeah. Eric, Chad, JDS, Steven, Brandon. Oh my gosh, I read that as white tipper. It's white pepper. Sorry. Joe, Batman was here. He was the first, actually.
Yeah, but Steven says he was first back at 10 a.m.
All right. Oops, I should turn that down. Yeah. Oh.
What's up, everybody?
What's up, people?
And Scott?
What, Scott's here?
Yeah.
Like every day?
Yep.
What? Where? I never saw him.
Hello, Canuck. Right there. Next to the last chat.
Can't even see him.
Yeah. Susie's representing Canada with her shirt.
I'm actually representing Canada in more ways than one. My pants are Roots Canada as well. Hold on here. I don't know how to do this on my phone. Oh, I see. There's Scott. What's up, Scott? And Cemetery.
Man, another Friday night. Hanging out.
Just hanging out.
Another Friday night. Pile of invites sent out. Not one joined.
Well, they're all busy right now. But
it happens.
Yeah, it happens. People have things to do on Friday night, I guess. We're like the only ones who are just like, oh, screw it.
I don't have anything going on. Do you? No. Okay. Well, hey.
Well, we've got the kid. Well, we've got the kid here, so.
I got the kid right here.
No, not that kid. That kid.
I would hope so, Eric. I sent an invite like 50 minutes ago, 40 minutes ago, something like that.
Yeah, Eric, get the A-team together.
Exactly. The A-team. That's awesome.
He's still calling you Willie Nelson.
I know. Is that because of the bandana?
I think it's because of the bandana.
Because I don't live in Texas. I don't have long, flowing, hippies.
Quite the opposite, actually.
Yeah, I was going to say I have quite the opposite. It's like, no. And I'm pretty sure Willie doesn't have these goofy holes in his ears.
Yeah, where's the barbells?
I didn't put them in yet.
Yeah.
I don't know. I kind of like just the big old...
I like those too.
Those things are freaking cool as heck. I wanted to go up another size tonight, but it was going to take a little bit, and I wanted to get on the live stream. Actually, with as long as it took me, I should have just sat here and like tried to go up a size.
Ugh. Yeah.
But
no, I don't think
Conor McGregor.
I don't think you should. What's up, JDS?
No, I totally should. These are perfect. They're like ready to go. They're not tight. They're not anything. They're ready.
Yeah.
No, that's the thing. Like once you size them up, like they're good to go. Like after a day or two.
I heard it was like you had to wait 2 weeks
until.
Well, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna wait like 2 weeks, and then I'll do like the next one. But I have to get some of that oil stuff. What do you vitamin B oil? You said?
I think vitamin E.
Vitamin E? Okay, it's like a different vitamin every single time I talk to you.
It might be B. I'm pretty sure it's vitamin E though. but it makes your ears smell funky.
Yeah, JDS just got a new car. Sorry to interrupt. I'm
Nice.
curious to know what kind of car he has.
Yeah, what kind of car, man? I've had a new car, but I've never had a brand new car. All my
Well,
vehicles are like a year or two old, or
it
two.
could be just new to him. You know,
Yeah,
you don't know that.
that's how I get my vehicles. My last one was 2 years old.
Oh, a Ford Expedition. Not too bad.
My sister was just looking at one of those with two sunroofs.
My sister has one, and she's freaking single with nothing. Well, she's got a wiener dog.
Oh,
Those
well, then you need an expedition.
what?
Well, if you got a wiener dog, you got to have an expedition then.
Oh, it's an '09. Oh yeah, good then. So it's not like new. That's good. I don't trust the newer vehicles, to be honest.
I do, but I don't want to pay for them.
Eh, Fixter. What's up, bro?
So,
Was it you who got those jams from Scott Tippett?
may have. I didn't see that. I thought I was keeping up with the PLC.
I saw that on Facebook, I think.
I was going to say there's not much happening on the PLC, but
Yeah.
it's easy to keep up with everything.
Most people have migrated at this point, to be honest. Like, I think most people have either gone to Facebook or MeWe. I find that a lot of people are on Facebook now, which is awesome.
Yeah, I went the MeWe way.
What's up, what's up, Hermit? What's up, Yeah, PLC doesn't even load my notifications anymore. I can't. It's so hard to be on there. Oh, Happy Pepper is here.
There's Dave. Yeah, I haven't even tried for doing any kind of. Well, I haven't tried to see if I have any notifications or anything like that on Google Plus. I almost said PLC. Dave gets a John Travolta. Yeah. Oh, yeah. We were face crack. I refuse to go to Facebook. No way. I've been clean of Facebook with the exception of like 3 times, I think, when Grown at Home Dave made me go on and like his post. I've been completely clean for 6 years. Dang. 2013 to 2019. January. Or no, I was on there March. So still 6 years. Very proud of that fact. And I'm not going back. The only reason I haven't deleted my Facebook account is because I don't want to log back into Facebook to give them credit that I'm actually there. That, and every time like I did in the past, they're like, we need your phone number. And I'm like, go screw yourself. I'm not giving you my phone number. It's bad enough you have my email address. Giving you my phone number. What are you, high? Talking about when you log into Facebook. They're like, we need your phone number. Like, I'm not giving you my phone number. What are you, high?
They never asked me. And then I just put in my phone number from when I was like 18 on there. And then they were like, okay, cool. There you go.
Yeah, I like what Bill Burr said. He was like, I logged into Facebook and they were like, we need your phone number. And I'm like, I'm not giving you my phone number. And they locked me out of Facebook. And I'm like, fine, I won't go back to Facebook. And it was like 2 weeks. And then I tried to log back in and they were like, oh, welcome back. I'm like, oh, that's all you got to do? Like, just not give you your phone number and stay away for like a couple weeks and you'll be fine.
Well, and it's funny because you're like, well, you can't make up a fake name apparently when you're there. Well, Russ's Yaya Izmir, whatever, is perfectly acceptable. That's what he's on there as.
I tried. I did Revto and last name TV, and they were like, "That's a fake name. You can't have an account." And when I did that, I'm like, okay, fine. Then I won't have another Facebook account because my other one's linked to like all my family, and I'm gonna see like all kind of drama and like what's going on with the family and all that stuff, and like why aren't you messaging me back? I messaged you 3 weeks ago, and crap like that. They're used to me not being on there ever. So
Adams Gonzalez is here. What's up, Adam?
what's up, Adam?
Hermit's like, obey Facebook, upload a recent photo, place of employment, list of fears, and your PIN number and your home address. Yeah, you got to put in all that. It's really secretive like that.
And your social security number.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, your social insurance number.
Your driver's license photo and like a picture of your driver's license and your number.
Yeah. Don't forget your passport, your birth certificate.
I don't even have a passport.
Neither do I anymore.
God, you're not kidding. Why are you so whiny, dog? Oh, no. You can see little dog over here. So whiny.
Yeah, pepper dog. Oh, the pepper doggy.
And then the Peppa Pig.
Peppa Pig, yeah. I got nothing. I don't have any.
You have a spray bottle behind.
Oh, I have a. Oh, you know what I do have? I have a pepper panda.
That's awesome.
We'll just put him there. Except he kind of doesn't want it. I think he's drunk. He can't stand up straight.
That's great. Keep him like that. Or he's doing a handstand.
He's on 3 feet now. It's like he's taking a pee.
What's up, Rocky?
I have another panda that's in the corner over there. He's still facing the corner. He's been in a timeout for like 5 months.
Dang, that's a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dave. New camera angle and new camera.
Yeah, I got a new camera in the mail randomly from somebody.
From the live stream. It's the beauty of the live stream.
What's up, Julian?
You see something happening on a live stream, and oh my God, Susie's camera is overheating, and she gets a camera, and like,
or my phone is overheating. My phone.
Yeah.
I'm like, I gotta go. My phone is overheating again. Damn it.
It's overheating. She gets a camera. Blumberg, everybody wants him to make videos, and he gets a camera. And we still don't have any videos, but he's got a camera.
I wonder who that is.
Yeah, what kind of camera is that?
I have no idea. Me? I don't know.
Yeah, well, you told me. I know what it is.
What?
You told me what it is. I know what it is. You don't remember what it is?
I told you what it is?
Yeah.
It's, I don't know. It just says Logi on there.
I'm
not good with technology.
It's a Logitech. I told you, it's the same one I got. And it's the lower grade camera that Charles has. It's the C920. And Charles has the C920.
That means nothing to me. It honestly means nothing to me.
I remember
C930, like the C3PO, I don't know. Like, you know what I mean? It's all, you know.
I remember this kind of stuff. It's I don't know.
I do have the box still.
Well, that's where you find out all the information.
Well, then I'll just grab
the box. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure it's the same one I got, which is a C920, and Charles has the C922, which is like one step ahead of me. Yeah, I love this webcam that I got. This thing's amazing. What do you mean, Julian? What's up, Julian? What do you mean I look rested?
I read that comment too. Oh, that's funny. All right. It is a no C9. No, oh my god, I need my glasses. 920.
Yeah, C920.
920. Okay, fine then. It's a thing.
Yeah, it's the same one I got. Charles has us all beat though.
Well, there's the thingy. That's what it looks like. And it's blue. It glows blue.
Yeah, it glows blue when it's actually working. That way you
It's
know if you're
so
being spied on
pretty.
or
I
not.
like it. I love lights, as you can tell.
It glows blue so you can know when you're being spied on, which in other
Oh, I
words,
unplug it. I unplug it when I'm not on there. I'm like, nope. I'm too weird about that kind of stuff.
I was for a long time, but then I realized I have my phone and my other phone and I have an Alexa and I'm being spied on like 24/7, so it doesn't matter. And my tablet, my computer, my laptop.
Okay,
Yeah.
wait. Happy Pepper says he's underheated and need to be warmed up. I wonder what I'll get. Well, I can send you a nice Canada blanket in the mail.
Canada blanket? What is that?
Oh, a Canada quilt. Yeah, those things are hot, man, and they're heavy. Do I have any Rakotos or Menzo? No, I don't. Not this year. Well, actually, never any year. I've never had them, but I might in the future.
I've had Manzanos, but I've never gotten one to sprout.
That's what I heard. Or oh yeah, well, and Rakotos too. I heard are kind of hard to sprout.
Yeah, they're both kind of the same. I believe they're two different kind of plants, but I believe they're like very closely.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I've never gotten any of them to pop.
Happy Pepper. Okay, fine. I'll just come down there and warm you up. I'll give you a big hug. I'm a radiator.
It's not that far. It's only Chicago.
I drove to Chicago in one day.
I've never been to Chicago. I've been in Illinois twice, but I drove through it on the southern tip. And each time I did that, I was doing the speed limit and I was trying to not get pulled over. Not that there was anything illegal going on, but
It's so weird. My girlfriend and I had gotten pulled over in, like, we were coming into we were in the States, but we had like just crossed the border and we were going through like Wisconsin and Illinois and Michigan and all that to in Indiana to get up to Toronto. And we're like, wouldn't it be funny? Because we were drinking, and maybe not say that on the live stream, but we were drinking, and we're like, well, this would be hilarious if we got pulled over. And we freaking got pulled over. I have a whole video of it. And down there, the cops are like really intense. Like here, they're just like license and registration, whatever, go. They're like, I was in the passenger seat and they had like a flashlight on her. Of course, it was dark. And they're like, license and registration. And then some guy came up to my window and like banged on the window with his flashlight. And I'm like, I'm not even driving. And he's like, where's your license? And I'm like, frick. I'm like, here's my passport. Is that good? Oh my God. I had the whole thing on video. It's hilarious. We were like, and then we got away and it was we had a busted tail light, but he had a busted headlight. It was hilarious.
I love when they call you out on something, you call them out on something. They're like,
oh, that totally happened.
Yeah,
that totally, and I'm like, but with all due respect, officer, your left headlight is out. And he's like, we're letting you off with a warning. And I'm like, okay. Oh my goodness. Oh, it was hilarious. I almost like crapped my pants. I was like, I thought we were going to get arrested for drinking and driving.
That's like, oh my God, this was, what was it, like 17 years ago or something like that? We were all heading to a Tom Petty concert. And we were all like, well, my chick was driving, so we're all drinking. Actually, I think she was drinking too. But we were all drinking on the way there. We had like a batch of pot brownies in the back window. And we were driving, and it was like 45 and then dropped to 25 for just like 3 streets. And then it went back up to 45. And she didn't drop her speed. And so we got pulled over, and she started freaking the hell out, which was funny because like if the cop opened up the door, like that's where everybody put their beers. And all the beers would have just fallen out if they'd opened the doors.
Yeah. But can they do that without probable cause though?
Oh, they can make you get out of the car. Yeah, you don't have to get out, but they can ask you to get out.
But then you're in like a whole loads of trouble because they're like you're resisting. You guys have all kinds of rules down there. Like here, I've actually made a citizen's arrest on a cadet here in a cop car, and I actually put handcuffs on this guy. Mind you, we were just screwing around, but it was awesome. He's like, yeah, sure, put some handcuffs on me. And I'm like, this will go really bad for you. Like, if we were really serious about, like, stealing your car and stuff, they can't do anything. We were, like, smoking weed outside, I think, or whatever. And they're like, what are you guys doing? And we're like, oh, what are you doing? What are you doing?
What's up, Loki?
What's up, Loki? What's up, Rob Schaller?
What's up, Rob S?
How's those stairs coming?
Yeah, I didn't get to comment, but I was in Loki's live stream a few days ago. Ooh. I was about to comment, and the whole thing ended, and I was like, what the heck, man? Like, I didn't even get to say hi.
Yeah, I didn't even...
I think I did say hi. Yeah, I think I did say hi because then it was a little bit later, Blumberg jumped in there and was talking. But I walked away from the computer for a few minutes and came back, and it was already over. And I was like, what the heck? Blumberg was there too.
Good night, Fixter.
Yeah, Fixter. Gotta be up early. Oh, man.
On a Saturday.
I gotta work tomorrow.
Yeah, that's true.
I've never had a job, or no, I did. One time in my entire life when I worked concrete. That was the only job I never had to work the weekends. But other than that, every single job since I was 13, I've had to work the weekends.
Well, I've basically been bartending since I was like 16 until like last year. So I always, and I want to work weekends then. I'm like, sign me up for Friday, Saturday, and then Sunday lunch is like the best. So close Saturday, open Sunday, off on Monday, and then off on Tuesday, and then work Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. That's like my ideal shift bartending. All evenings except for Sunday. But then you get like the church crowd, and no offense, but they're not the best tippers.
They're probably not the best drinkers either.
Well, one of them was like, I'll have a double vodka soda with 2 ice cubes. And then, but her whole table was like 20 people. And by the time they made her drink, those 2 ice cubes had like melted. And I'm like, shit. I'm like, what do I do? So I went up to her and I'm like, I swear to God, there was 2 ice cubes in here. They just melted. And she's like, it's okay, dear. This girl was like 90. And she's like, it's okay, dear. I understand that happens all the time when I go out with my church crew. I'm like, you're hilarious. And I was the only one working the entire bar. And I had this 20 top. But then everybody started coming on the patio, and they're just getting ready to order, and I'm bringing in their food, and I'm like, oh, crap, I got to take everybody else's order and do the drinks. And, oh, gosh, that was the worst. Yeah, some of y'all have never had to work a bar by yourself on Sunday day, and it really shows.
Never been a bartender. That's one job.
It's stressful work. I've had conversations with like doctors that come in and they're like, your job is more stressful than mine is. And I'm like, well, I've never been a heart surgeon, so I don't know.
I wouldn't want to be.
My whole dream job was like, I wanted to be a neurosurgeon. But that was like my whole goal. That's why I went into nursing. That's because I wanted to go into like faculty of medicine, do that for 4 years, and then specialize for 4 years, and then do the nursing for 4 years. I did nursing for 3 years, and I dropped out because I was like, well, I hate this. But hey, if anybody wants to know, I'm going back to school in the fall for radiology. Woo! Wish me luck. Should be fun.
It's gonna
Be
rain.
awesome. But then I was just reading an article about the university that I'm going to and how it's like bleeding money, or it's like really horrible money wise, and the tuition is going up, and I'm like, oh crap, I hope the student loans are going up too.
Look, he planted 150, over 150 seeds the other night.
Who? Oh crap. Well, BD just planted how many? 372 cell trays. I love that. He's like, at this point, I don't even feel like I'm planting them. I'm just. Oh, that's funny.
What are you snoring?
I do have to start planting some more seeds, but I just feel like it's too late almost. Well, not for me, I guess, because I can't take them out until late May.
You're good. I planted, I think I planted in April last year. And they turned out, they were some of the biggest plants I had.
Yeah, that's true, because they didn't get like super leggy, and then you let them out, and it's like, oh my gosh.
Well, I let them out, and the sun just took over. Those things just jumped up like crazy.
Yeah, well, that's why I said I'm just trying to keep all these alive until I take them outside. I don't even care if they grow. I just want them to stay alive. But it is what it is, and they are still growing. And this one ahi that I have is just like a chair. I'm sorry about this chair, but horrible. Like this ahi is, I cannot control it. It's probably my height right now.
Oh, so really short?
Well, it's tall for a plant, but short for
a plant.
Yes.
That's great.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I think I killed my first plant. Pretty sure it was an ahi lemon.
Yeah, I got no more ahis other than that ahi cherapita. No, that's not it. It's the ahi, whatever it is.
Citro?
What?
Citro?
The Cito?
Oh, yeah, Cito.
No, I don't know. It could be, actually. Hold on, let me just check quickly. Can't get in there. It's falling over already. It's so tall. No, it's not the ahi rico. I killed all those ones because I just was getting mad about them. Yeah, it's the ahi Cito.
Cemetery, how old is this shirt? I think 2012. It's one of my favorite shirts.
Loki only had 2 Scotch Brains pop up. Well, that's what I'm using for my pepper in a can challenge. Is what Scotch Brains, but I have one in a little crack key set up right now that is just taking off. I can't. It's awesome because I topped it all when I put it in there. I'm like, yeah, screw it, and I just chopped off everything, and it was like literally just like a stem, and now it's like freaking huge.
I believe I threw down Scotch bonnet. Pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I put red Scotch bonnet down. Which, ironically, I got mine from Canada.
I got orange and yellow Scotch bonnets. That's the only ones I have. I had a Jamaican one last year that was produced quite well, actually.
Cemetery, I did vote for him twice. 2008, 2012. 2012, I got my entire family to vote for him.
For who? Sorry.
Ron Paul. Represent.
Oh.
Yeah. I
Oh,
like
yeah.
him so much. That's where I got my tattoo. Revolution with the love.
Low key, where'd you get your seeds from? Because that might have something to do with it. Maybe if it's someone in here, maybe don't say it, but
Well, I mean, maybe it's like me. Maybe you're just really bad at making them pop. Because that was me last year. I put down like 1,000 seeds, and I think I had like 35 come up. And I blame that all on myself, not on who I got the seeds from. Some of them were from me. Some of them were from other people. That's why I'm saying it's all me, because I got them from like really good seed stock from other people and stuff, and they still didn't pop. So I'm pretty sure that's all on me.
JDS says soak them in chamomile tea. I am like a huge advocate for that. If everybody who knows me knows that I do that all the time. Also, he says some people just don't sell viable seeds. That is true, but at the same time, if they're selling seeds, you don't want to like slander them, right? Let people find that out for themselves, or it could also be like Rev was saying, it could be just like what you're doing. It could be your soil. It could be maybe it's too hot or too cold, or oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, it's probably your soil. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing to your seeds? Let's just hear that, for example.
Yeah, and Scott, with the paper towel method, I've had so many seeds pop using the paper towel method. I have never got one to transfer into soil.
Yeah, I hate that.
The only time I've ever had that happen was when I was 18, and I did that for weed. And I actually got it to transplant, and it actually took off and started to go. But I mean, I killed it shortly after that. But I've never
do
tried
paper towel method. I can't. I refuse to do that. I just hate the whole opening up the bag, taking the wet paper towel out, opening up the paper towel, transferring it all to soil, and then just have like waiting for it to sprout again, like almost. I just hate that. And you're just better to put it all in soil, honestly. If you got good soil, your own soil mixture, on Facebook, I've kind of led a lot of people into making their own soil mixtures. And they said it just works insane. It's like night and day difference.
Yeah, I'm kind of torn because Blumberg talked me into going back to the Jiffy Mix this year. I've seen like
didn't like the Jiffy Mix.
I really wasn't a fan before, but after I've gone back, I'm a big fan. I've had so many seeds just pop like pretty quick, and once they actually pop, then I put them in my own soil mix. But as far as just making them pop, I think the Jiffy Mix is great.
Okay, like, well, do you use those Jiffy pucks? Like, were the ones that? Oh, okay, yeah, because those I've tried and it's just like, ugh.
I can't. No, I use egg. I use egg cartons with Jiffy Mix, just the regular like seed starting soil. Throw that in the egg carton and like kind of water it down pretty decent, and then throw your seeds in, and then water it down more. And usually just set it somewhere somewhat warm, not on a seed mat, because I found that my seed mats in the past have like for some reason just decided to go from like, hey, we'll be 80 degrees to let's be 114 or 118 degrees. And
well, that's why you only keep them on for like a couple hours and then unplug it for like the rest of the day. And then, but all my seeds germinate right near where the heating vent is. So I don't even need that because my heating vent only comes on every, so many hours, and it's only on for, half an hour or whatever. And it's always warm, but it's also right underneath the window, and it gets cold near the window. So
Yeah, and mine, I've been keeping it under my fluorescent lights, which just have enough heat to actually put out, a decent amount of
sorry,
heat.
I just gotta say hi to Bassin Man 200. He's a friend of Rob's. What's up, guy?
What's up?
Yeah, any friend of Rob's is a friend of mine.
Which Rob, though?
Bassin Man, I'm pretty sure you can figure it out.
Oh, yeah, that would be Bloomberg. I was going to say, is it Rob S., Rob Z., Rob Blumberg?
Well, they both have fish in their pictures. Yeah, JDS heat mats help, but not too hot.
Yeah, I don't like the heat mats. I've had a very bad experience with the heat mats. They just, for some reason, they tend to just start overheating and they burn the hell out of your seeds. Which is what I had, the last couple years. And not only that, but I was using the double cup method to sprout my seeds. So it's not like they were like the egg carton where they're like really, shallow or anything like that. They actually had like a decent amount, like 3, 4, 5 inches of soil before you actually got to the seed. But they were still like boiling up. Well, not boiling, but, heating up my freaking seeds so much.
Hello.
What's up, Lumberg? Nice stash.
What's
Well,
up?
thank you.
That stash going on.
Blum Loco, JDS says.
Is that a gold stash?
No,
No.
It looks like it, actually. Oh, yeah, it is. Stop.
so how's it going?
Good, how are you?
Another
Doing
Friday.
good.
How was your chicken Alfredo?
It was awesome.
Ugh.
It turned out really good. I put a ton of pepper powder on it and mixed it in, and it was like so spicy at the end because I kept adding more pepper powder and mixing it in. The last few bites, I like had to slow down on it.
Yeah. I do that all the time because I had chili yesterday, and I think that's why I'm not feeling as sick today, because I used your sweet tooth on the chili because I couldn't find the lava dust. And then I just kept adding more and more and more and more. The last couple of bites where I was like, whew, lit me up a bit.
Yeah, that's the way I always eat my food, is just like add a little bit at a time and just like keep adding more. And then by the end, it's like so hot.
That's good.
And JDS, am I going to get new fish for the season? Absolutely. I need to get a lot of fish. I haven't been able to, but my goal is to like way overstock my aquaponic tanks.
What's up, everybody in the chat? What's up, Bassin Man? That's my buddy Phil. He's a good dude. What's up, Steven? What's up, Loki? What's up, JDS? What's up, Eric? What's up, Rob? Everybody out there.
Yeah. Yeah, we were talking, well, it said Bassin Man earlier. And Rev was like, well, which friend of Rob? And I'm like, Bassin Man? What do you think?
Well, Rob Schaller is very into fishing too.
Well,
but
that's what I said, and I'm like, well, I guess they both do have fish in their pictures. Like they're both into fishing.
Yeah, and Rob Z,
well, Rob Z's not so much into fishing, but he is into fishing to some level.
Well, he was talking about all those like crazy fishing, ice fishing, trailers and all that stuff.
Yeah.
See, low key is using that Pro Mix with Mycos. Well, that's the HP one with pH tap water. You probably want to add something else because that's more for like I do start my seeds in that, but I also mix it with like a seed starting mix with like bone meal, and I also started with that Root Farm hydro stuff. Just like all in a big bucket, and then I'll put it all in the cells as needed. But I don't think that stuff would be good just if you threw the seeds in there and tried to let them grow, right?
See, I used to do stuff like that, but now I'm more like pretty basic, where I'm just going to go ahead and start them in like, Jiffy Mix. Once they actually pop up, then I'll put them into like my own mixed up soil.
What's up, BD?
Yeah, the Jiffy Mix. I heard you saying something about that, Susie, and I do use Jiffy Mix. I love Jiffy Mix. I actually have a bag right here. This is what I use, and that's like all I use. But
I thought you said you didn't like for some reason, or maybe it wasn't you. Then.
Well, no. You probably are thinking of me. I absolutely refuse to use those pellets.
Okay,
pellets
yeah, those
and the greenhouse setup. Those are garbage. Those give you the worst germination rates. If you like wasting seeds and not getting them to sprout, then get the pellets by all means.
I agree.
I know some people have luck with them. I wouldn't say great luck, but yeah, no, Jiffy Mix and 6-cell trays is the way I do it. And I've showed before how big they can get and how big I get them in the trays before I transplant them. And the Jiffy Mix keeps them going with everything they need, like from start to about 6 inches tall. And actually, Paula had gotten some seed starting mix. I saw a comparison picture she posted on Instagram the other day. She started some stuff in some other seed starting medium and started some in Jiffy Mix, which she said is her preferred medium. And she said that the Jiffy Mix definitely grows better plants in the future. She's probably going to continue to just use Jiffy Mix. It does have its pros and its cons. So one of the cons is she was saying, which I agree with, when it dries up, it dries up to where it hardens into like a block.
Yeah.
And it's hard to get it to wick up moisture at first until it gets kind of moist, and then it'll take moisture. But at first, it like refuses to take moisture. That's one of the downsides to it. But aside from that, I think it's amazing. And something that she said that I agree with, and something I would probably do in the future, is maybe add in some perlite just to help wick up water a little better and also maintain a little bit of moisture control.
Especially if you're top watering those soils that will dry up and like kind of like contract, and then you'll see all that space on the side of the cup.
Yeah, and the water just
runs down the side. Yeah.
Yeah. But that's still my favorite thing to start seeds in.
Yeah, someone said, I think Scott said he's using Miracle Grow. I found the exact same thing with Miracle Grow, that it does that same thing. It hardens right up, and you can tap it, and it's like hard to tap, and and it also, I heard that the soil, even in bags, holds a lot of aphids. I've never found that, but I've just heard that.
I've heard that a lot too. What's up, Eric?
Eric's here. What's up, Eric? And you said everybody should be wearing their state or country sweaters. You're wearing yours or what? Oh yeah, there you go, Indiana.
What's up, Eric?
What's up, Eric?
What's going on?
Yeah, the country of Indiana. Hell yeah.
We're repping. We're both No, he said in the chat, he said state. And I changed it to my country because my country.
It's pronounced Indiana.
Indiana.
It's like Canada.
Canada, Indiana. I can't even say that.
I'm surprised I said it right the first time. If
Indiana,
yeah. That won't happen.
Because as soon as I say Indiana, I have to talk with like I'm no offense, Eric. I love your accent. I think it's awesome. I have an accent too, apparently. But I'm like, Indiana. That's okay. I'm going to stop.
Yes, Susie, did you see Dave and Jared both have a message for you?
Moist.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I see that. I did see that, actually. Fox Farms is good, I heard.
Yep.
Yeah.
What Jared, what Fox Farms do you use? I didn't sprout any in it, but some of the ones where I was separating seedlings back into seed trays because I start more than one per cell. I was separating some, and I used I'd gotten some from Will Be Very Hot, and he sent me some what is it? It's Fox Farm Light Warrior is what it's called. But it's basically like, I think I've got I have a partial bag of it right here. And it's basically all perlite.
Yeah, that's a lot of perlite. Wow.
It really doesn't even show. If you put moisture, if you fill a cup with that and you put moisture to it, like all the dirt washes down. It's like all perlite on top almost. It's got too much perlite. But I found that if I mix like half that with half Jiffy Mix, it works really nice.
You don't even need to add perlite at all. Yeah.
But that's where I agree with what Paula said, and I think that I'll probably try that in the future. I was already thinking about it because it's essentially what I was doing with that Fox Farm Light Warrior, mixing it with Jiffy Mix. Is just I was basically just taking Jiffy Mix and putting perlite in it. So I think that in the future, I might just get a bag of perlite and mix not much. I don't want much in there, but just some perlite mixed into the Jiffy Mix might be a beneficial thing.
See, I started using vermiculite. Sorry.
I felt, but this year that I was doing, I kind of like sifted all like the bottom of the bag, like basically perlite powder, and I just mixed it into my seed starting mix so it wasn't chunky.
Not bad.
Hey.
Hey, what's up?
Hey.
How's it going?
Just getting kids to bed.
Yeah. So we'll see you in an hour.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead, BD.
Oh no, I just did that. I was reading something and watching a couple videos on YouTube, and they were saying that a lot of people that have problems with seed starting indoors or in the garage or anything like that, and they're like making their own mixes, and they're adding all this stuff to it or whatever for seed starting, and they're having like mold problems or dampening off or fungus problems or anything like that. It's because you're like adding organic material, and you know, there's not enough air circulation or something like that, and it's causing problems. And they said that if you use just like peat moss and like a dusted perlite or a fine perlite, you will never have a problem because it doesn't have anything like that.
So I'm just gonna go ahead and show this. This bag is in the trash, but this is what I use. It's a peat-based soil.
Yeah, I've even seen people that they would mix
it's
like
actually this is the peat-based one that I use, and this stuff here is so good to mix. Sorry, but this stuff here is so good to mix with your like whatever your seed starting mix or your garden soil or whatever, and it's all peat based and it's so good. Like this stuff here, and it's for this bag it was like $20 a bag, so it's actually not too bad because it is, I don't even know what the it's 23 or 24 liters in this.
Yeah, I've noticed with a lot of people's seed starting trays, like if you look closely, there's like a bunch of like orange looking coloration and green coloration on the top of the soil and everything because like they're mixing different things with it, or
I've never
and they
had
wonder
that.
why like the plants ain't growing, you know, like the way they should be or anything. So this year I did it as simple as I could, and I'm gonna see if that works better than last year.
Oh, it definitely will. And I was about to say before you made that last part to that comment you were saying, I was going to say it's because a lot of people try to make it more complicated than it should be. And when you try to complicate things, then stuff happens.
I have never ever had a problem with
simple,
mold.
keeping it simple is the best way to do it. And I mean, if you look at the old timers that grow the most badass gardens with the most luscious, amazing vegetables, they do everything so simple. I mean, yeah, they might have a lot of a process to it, but they keep it simple. And that's the key to gardening, really. I mean,
Yeah, I
you can
believe
always do
It's
more,
stupid,
but
yeah.
doing more isn't always better.
Especially
exactly.
for seed starting.
Well, it's trial and error. I think it's
It's
trial.
definitely trial
Like
and
you
error,
can,
but I'm
you can
just saying
try
that
a crap ton of different things, and then you find one thing that works for you. And someone can say, "Hey, that didn't work for me. I've got this." But if it works for you, don't even listen to them because they're probably in a different climate. They've got a different setup.
yeah.
Their temperature's different. You know what I mean?
that's why I always push people towards keeping it simple. And let me tell you another, because I understand and agree with what works for somebody may not work for somebody else. That's why I say keep it as simple as possible, especially to somebody that's new to getting into this. You don't want to confuse them with, oh, you need to be doing all this and mixing this and this and that. No, you don't want to do that. You just tell them, get something simple like some Jiffy mix, start some seeds in it, move it into a simple potting mix. Then if
Once
there's
it grows,
something that needs correction, then you can go from there. Then you can start tweaking things. But I would start simple, because if you start off by making it really complicated and you fail, you aren't going to know exactly which part of that you failed at. So if you start simple and then you have an issue, then you can try to correct that issue. And that's what I always try to tell people is don't get all worried about like the what ifs. Just do it. And the best way to learn is to run into one of those situations where you've got to figure something out, because that's how you're going to learn.
You never fail. You just learn.
But just like Susie said, keep it simple, stupid.
Yeah,
Yep.
the KISS method. Yeah, that's the best method.
I love that. That's one of my favorite things.
Yeah, I've learned that quite well. Well, for me,
That applies to a lot of things in life.
and for a
That's
lot,
not
yeah,
even gardening. That's like I feel like that's just a covered
like I'm like
statement.
I've learned. That's
You
right.
guys ever heard about people like boiling
Like what?
some, like, let a little bit warm, and then they pour it over their seed starting mix, like if it's just like peat based or whatever, and then it's like, then you compact it and you let it just kind of just chill and get all warm, and then you start
You cut out like right at the
start
beginning of
seeds
that.
in, like the warm, like the slightly warm mix. You ever heard anything like that before?
You cut out at the very beginning, BD. Start over again.
Like I've seen some people this year talking about like they boiled some water and then they let it kind of like get warmer, and they poured it over their seed starting mix like in a tote and compacted it, like
I
pushed
do
it all
that.
down, and then
That's
they
what
let
I
it kind of just get warm, you know, and then they would start their seeds and fill their trays up with everything like with a slightly warm seed starting mix. I don't know if that's an advantage or what, but this year I kind of tried that.
The only reason I do that, I actually put boiling water in my whole bucket where all my soil is, and I'll mix it up. But you got to be careful because it will like burn your hands if you do that. I've made that mistake. And because a lot of bags will still contain like some like eggs from whatever bug or aphids, like we just said, then that will kill them off. But at least, and then that way too, so I'll let it like not be so hydrated when I put it in like my cells and stuff. And I won't even have to, but it's not hot. Like it'll be warm. If you put the seeds in there dry and not soak them, that's great because now you don't even have to water the soil. You can just throw your dome right on top and like let it go, like let it be. So I do that. Like I don't do
and I don't know if it makes any difference or not, but when mixing up the Jiffy mix, and I just take a bowl and I'll put a bunch of it in a bowl and then pour in water, which the water goes to the bottom and the Jiffy mix floats up, and you have to just start working it with your hand to get it moistened up. But I do put warm water in. I get my sink running like hot and get it as hot as my sink will go, and then I use that to mix in with the Jiffy mix. Same thing when I'm watering. When I go to get like refill my jug, which ends up it cools down quick. It's not like it stays warm or anything. It's really probably doesn't make any difference between that and cold water. But to me, it makes me feel better about it. I don't know.
Well, no,
That's the way I do it. I'll fill up my like watering jug with warm water though when I go to water all my seedlings.
Well, and Jared here says he adds worm castings to his soil mix. Worm castings are awesome. Even like outside, a lot of people will, like outdoor gardening, a lot of people will add worm castings and whatever. I don't have to because I have so many worms. Like every single time, if I've got worms left from fishing, I'll throw them in my garden. And it's just, if you dig up one little scoop full of dirt, it's all worms. So I don't even need to. But worm castings is good. I found that the best. I don't know. I just
This is all a bag, like the like the dirt and worm castings that come like when you get a can of worms.
Yeah.
This is all that. It's like probably 4 pounds worth of it, maybe even 5 pounds worth of it that I've been saving up over the winter. Like every time I get a can of worms and it's empty, I just like dump the dirt in there.
Yeah.
And it's like jet black too, like very, very dark.
Yeah, and I'll go to the bait shop and buy like a thing of red wigglers, like 20, 30 red wigglers, and just let them go in my grow beds.
Yeah.
Rev, what were they charging for the worms at the bait store?
They're like $3, $4.
They're less here actually.
Yeah.
So
They're nice.
that's like a little that's like a little hack, bro. Like if you don't want to like order them off Amazon or like go to Walmart and buy a little tub of them, go to the bait store, you probably get a better deal.
Yeah. Here they're like $1.52 for like an entire tub, and they're all night crawlers, so they're all like the big, like not that big, but they're like that thick. Like they're big.
Yeah, I go to Walmart.
And actually, if you want to hear a hack, cut one in half, and then you got two, and then throw them in there.
Well, that's not exactly true. You have to do it exactly right because you could kill both parts of the worm. It's not that you cut it.
It don't work like that.
You don't have to. They'll, yeah. I don't. I'm not saying I do that, but I just know that when I cut them up to put them on my hook, they're still.
But like Bassin Man said, worm castings are the bomb. But yeah, he raises worms. That's the better way to do it. That way, you get your own worm castings. You don't have to pay for them.
That's what I was trying to say. I got my own worm bin.
Yeah.
I can get my own worm castings myself.
You got like the big tote where you put like the tote inside the tote kind of thing, and just on the top.
Then I've used the deep freeze before too, when I was really into it. I've been out of it for a while, but I was really into it.
How long did it take to produce some results, like for the worms to start,
reproducing? It usually takes about 3 or 4 months. You're better off starting off with a great big amount, because if you just start out with just a little thing, Walmart or your bait store, whatever, it's going to take forever, really, for them to reproduce. So if you start off with 1 pound or 5 pounds, you're better off, and it don't take no time.
Yeah,
and you really consume a lot more composted materials, man. Anything around your house, I'm sure most people got stuff they'll throw in.
Well, feels like I added it to my wife's potted plants and they shot up like fireworks on the 4th. But also JDS says Chili Chump has some nice videos on how to do it. Yeah, if you guys want like a really good watch Chili Chump. He is awesome. And especially his hot sauce videos. He actually does teach you, sorry to get off the worm topic here, but he teaches you how to make a stir plate so you don't have to buy one, which is basically a magnetic, you get like an Erlenmeyer flask. I don't know if everyone knows what that is, but it's basically like a beaker. And you put your hot sauce in there and you put it on there for like a couple weeks with like the little pellet on the inside, and that stops your hot sauces from separating. And it's really, this guy is just awesome. He's a freaking mad scientist when it comes to hot sauce.
I just subscribed. Chili
Chump. I know BD has been watching him, but
there's a lot of great videos.
Yeah, I think I've seen a few myself.
What?
I've seen a few of his videos myself.
Yeah, he's awesome. He's originally from South Africa, but he moved to the UK, I guess with his wife. But yeah.
There's a link to his channel.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, he's great. He's got a lot of giveaways all the time, and he'll send them right to your doorstep from the UK. Like, he doesn't. And his backyard is massive for someone in the UK. Wow.
Yeah, I subscribed to him. I wasn't subscribed, and I don't know that I've really watched any of his videos. I think somewhere along the way I've at least watched one of his videos. But
I'm sure you probably have, yeah. He actually came on the PLC last year and was just like, oh, I heard about this place, and I don't think he's ever like posted anything else other than that. But then he ferments like most of his sauces, but other than that, like, and like the chili ketchup that he makes, oh my gosh, it's so delicious. He makes it all in a slow cooker. If anybody else wants,
awesome,
if anyone wants something good, yeah, if anyone wants something good to, sorry, Bassin.
Yeah, he was just saying that he used medical foam delivery boxes that are 24 by 24 by 18 deep. That's nice. If I did it, if I was to get into it, I've had friends that have done it. I would get like those large totes that are, I mean, would basically be the same thing. They wouldn't be 24 by 24, but you could easily get the like 18 inch deep part if you got like a large tote. Or the other thing that I've seen people do, and I could probably find one for free or cheap, get like a big, like an old cooler and turn a cooler into it. And it's really nice because it's got the flip up top. And I've seen some people that have done them where they'll dig a hole and they'll bury the cooler up to the lid ground, and it helps keep them cool in the summer and helps keep them warm in the winter. And yeah, you just keep them in the cooler buried in the ground, and then you can just flip open the lid whenever you need to get into it. Doing it inside would be kind of messy, but I guess that would be the best way to ensure that they don't die, because that is a big concern if you were to do it in a tote or something outside. It's going to get too hot at times in the year and too cold at other times, and that'll kill them off.
What's going on, Hydroponic Gardening Plus?
What's up, Hydroponic Gardening?
Going on?
What's going on?
Hermit says he's just relaxing in the bath, enjoying the stream.
He said that last week too, I think. So is that your thing, Hermit? You just hang out in the bath and watch live streams?
He's a hermit. What do you?
Hey, it's Friday. You can do whatever you want to do.
There you go. As long as you got a drink with you, it's all good.
Yeah.
And Blumbird's got his drink.
Oh yeah, nice and cold tonight.
Oh.
Yeah,
I got all fancy with ice.
But you said you're drinking Hennessy with ice?
No, I said I got all fancy with ice. I haven't been like making ice because I've been too lazy to fill up the ice cube trays and keep them in the freezer. Even though it's really
that is like the one thing I hate doing.
Yeah, I hate that too. It's not even a big deal, but it is. At the time it is, but then once you have the ice, it's so awesome.
No, I hate, like, it's not bad filling it up, but like getting to the sink to the freezer is the part that I just hate.
I hate that too. And honestly, I hate filling them because if you do it on a slow trickle, it takes forever to fill, and if you do it on like full blast, it hits the freaking ice cube trays and just splashes back at you. Like, there's no good way to really fill them, and then it's hard to like fill it all evenly, and you have to end up like I do this like this tilt method where I'll kind of like tilt it to one side so the water will pour over into the other side, and I'll tilt it back, and I get it to where it's all like
You're exactly like me then. I do the same thing.
Yeah.
But then half the time I open the freezer and I'm trying to steady it with one hand, and then I realize I have no room. And then I'm trying to like hold it while I'm trying to make room. And then at the time I just have to like refill it, like, because it's on the floor, and then my cats and dog are all licking on the floor.
Yep.
But I heard you can actually put like pepper mash or whatever in those ice cube trays and freeze them, and every time you need to use them in like a stir fry or whatever, you just pop one out and throw it in there. That was from Chili Chump. It was a little hack.
Bro, I was thinking about doing that with lemon juice and lime juice whenever I need it. Just buy a whole bunch of limes and lemons and juice them and just freeze the cubes.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
There you go. I need to do it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's perfect.
Yeah, I put like a aerator pump in the aero garden behind me, because the one that's built into it doesn't do nothing, man. It's like literally like not even anything.
Just bubbles on one side or what?
It doesn't do anything. It's like I'd rather not
like sitting there with the straw and blowing bubbles into
yeah.
it.
It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing that the bubbler don't do anything that much.
Embarrassing.
I had to put something else in it to make it work, you know, like how it's supposed to be, like for the cheaper models and stuff like that. So I made like a little aerator thing with some 1/4-inch tubing, and then I measured it to the dimensions of the water reservoir, and that thing's going pretty good.
Oh, that's good. Yeah. I
gotta take them out of there and actually transplant them into some soil.
I bought an aerator off of Amazon, and I put that in my big Rubbermaid tote, just the one that's behind me here, or this one right here. And it's like, and I just drilled 2 holes on either side and put like the piping down there, and then the air stones kind of in the bottom, and it's working perfectly. I mean, the roots on these things are just ridiculous, even though these plants are getting beaten up like crazy. But yeah, it's working perfectly. I really find that the air is a lot better than just like the Kratky.
Yeah, like
before too much time passes, hydroponic is the purpose of freezing peppers and butter, if I may ask. I was looking around and I was like, that comment just seems out of place. But
I thought you said,
oh my God. I don't.
I heard something completely different.
He said freeze peppers in butter. That's all the comment says.
I don't understand that though.
Please elaborate on that one.
Cut them up and make like pepper.
Oh, cook with it. That's a good idea.
Yeah, if you guys haven't already, check out Happy Pepper's YouTube channel. He shows you how to make like a DIY tote setup, a 5-gallon that works amazing. And you could do it for like maybe, I don't know, a fraction of the price of the name brand ones, and it'll work way better too. It'll probably last a lot longer.
Yeah, Happy Pepper has got a lot of good videos.
I'm gonna post a link in the chat because it's an awesome video.
Hydroponic gardening said to cook with it. And I could see that actually being really good. And you can use like a ice cube tray for that too.
Yeah.
You could like melt like a bunch of butter down and take a bunch of peppers and like mince them up really fine, and then mix it in and then pour it into an ice cube tray.
Or you could thaw it. Yeah, you could thaw one of those and just spread it on like a grill, like a, you know, like whatever you want to do, like a sandwich or anything at all that you would use butter with. I usually use butter to fry up anything, but yeah, that'd be
cool. I do too. I was just thinking about like cooking and stuff, like an ice cube's probably like 2 tablespoons. So you'd like
eggs.
Just use the ice cube trays to like mold it, and then like if you just needed a tablespoon of butter for something, you could like cut one in half.
Dude, yes, that's what I was thinking. Grilled cheese. That's exactly where like my mind was going with the whole butter.
Oh, that's a great idea.
What's up, Lisa?
What's up, Lisa? I just followed you on
Lisa.
Twitter.
Hi, Lisa.
What's up?
I just followed you on Twitter, Lisa. For some reason, Twitter told me that you followed me, and I was like, oh, wait, that name sounds familiar. So I followed you
Lisa,
back.
are you on Instagram?
I believe so. I think I follow her on Instagram. Do I? I don't know. I really do not do anything on Instagram.
I don't do nothing.
I'm bad
on
at like
Instagram or
finding
Twitter.
people or searching for people on there.
Yeah, there's so many things that you gotta follow people on. Let's see.
I haven't ever used Twitter, but I started Instagram like around the end of last year, and it's pretty cool.
I've been big on Twitter since like 2008. I had one channel where actually I have more subscribers on that Twitter channel than I do on my YouTube channel. But I just kind of fell off just because I had a lot of people following me and watching what the hell I was saying. That's why I started my Reptos TV channel. No, maybe I don't follow Lisa on Instagram.
She said she doesn't have one yet. I
Oh,
was
okay.
just waiting until you came to that conclusion to tell you.
Okay, well, that explains why I can't find her. I follow Susie on Instagram. I follow.
I think I follow Susie on Instagram. I'm pretty sure. I want to say she's commented on my stuff before.
Yeah, it's like Susie Q. Where are you? What's going on over there, Eric?
No, not much.
You're quiet, man. Take the floor, man.
Just chilling.
Say whatever you want to say.
Say whatever I want to say.
Okay.
Anything.
There you go.
Don't put me on the spot like that. It's embarrassing.
I just don't want people to be, feeling like they can't get a word in edgewise, because a lot of us, we have done live streams for so long, we know when to interrupt each other and when to like add things and oh wait, Blumberg's about done. Okay, he's done. Okay, so here's my thought, and like then I start talking, and I always feel like,
or if it's really important, you just have to talk louder over the person that's talking, and then you get the floor.
Yeah, that's
I give
well, I just always that's the way I always try to do it, though. I always try, the people that are talking the least, I try to like turn it to them. That way they can actually start talking. That way they don't feel like they're interrupting, but that way they can also feel like they're part of the conversation.
Hey, can I get a shout out to Soaps and Suds then?
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. All of us should give a shout out to Soaps and Suds.
Well, they're supposed to be on tonight.
Yeah, I sent a link to Spring.
Well, I won all those seeds in that contest.
I seen that on your Facebook. Yeah, you
from
got
Bohica.
all the
There's
seeds.
20
Yeah, that's
varieties
awesome.
there.
Wait,
You're going to be growing any of those this year?
I'm going to try to plant a few and see what happens.
wait,
I got to get ready to get them planted.
you saw it on what? Wait, what's Facebook?
Oh, shut up.
Yeah, I usually put stuff on Facebook. Rev don't put nothing on there.
He's not even on there.
I am, but you can't find me.
Oh yeah, no, you already added me like last year. So I know you're on there.
Okay. Well, yeah, so change the subject. What's up, Brando?
Brando, I didn't even say hey to you.
Brando.
What's up, Branda?
Brando.
Hey. Man, Brando is so enthused to be on the live stream tonight.
This is his enthusiastic face.
I was just letting y'all talk.
I think I saw a smile.
And that's where I go back to the whole, I like to talk to people that are not talking just to acknowledge that they're here. And you can interrupt us at any point.
Yep.
Because God knows we will not stop talking.
Not me.
Yeah, between Susie, me, Blumberg, Beatty, we will not shut the hell up.
At least I'll admit it.
We all will.
I don't know, Rev. You shut up sometimes. It's usually when you fall asleep, though.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, well, you know. I've been trying to compete with Charles lately, but apparently he wants to take the cake.
Where has he been? I feel like I haven't seen him. I've watched his videos, but look at Little Pepper. Oh my gosh, look at Little Pepper Panda. Oh, look right here.
Another Pepper Panda. Is that the same one or a different one?
That's the same one. Yeah, the drunk one. Yeah, he's right there.
Where's your elephant?
The three-legged drunk one.
Oh, you want me to get my elephant? Okay, I'll go get it.
What? Oh, okay. See, Eric, this is how it goes. This is how people don't get to talk. So what's been going on, Brando?
So I was just working and whatnot and messing with a couple of clients in here.
Yeah, hurry up and get a bunch of words in because Susie's about to be back and like all excited about an elephant. Wasting time. She's going to be back any second. Okay, too late. She's back.
Oh my gosh, this thing is like ungodly on freaking. My little sister. Oh, God, sorry, just going up the stairs like
Not a red Dumbo.
My little sister gave me this. She's like, "This is my favorite." By the way, she's 9 now.
Did you run the whole way to get that?
I like actually ran, yeah.
Yeah, you're like.
My little sister gave me this, and she's like, "This is my favorite stuffed animal. I'm giving it to you." And I'm like, no, because she loves her stuffies like so much. And it's red. Awesome.
It's like an evil Dumbo.
Ugh. Oh yeah, David Happy Pepper wanted to know what a Canadian quilt looks like. Hold on. Yeah. I got like 6 of these, by the way, and they're all still in packages. You get them free with a case of beer or whatever. So Dave, Happy Pepper, if you're gonna send me something.
What makes it a quilt? It seems more like a blanket. What makes it a quilt?
It's a fleecy. I just liked the Canadian quilt because it sounded cool.
I thought it was a bath towel.
What?
I thought it was a bath towel.
No. Oh well, it wouldn't really be good for that actually. No. But yeah, no, I got it free with a case of beer. But...
It's not a quilt, nor is it quilted.
No, it's fleecy.
Is it allowed to touch the ground, or do you have to burn it when it does?
No, it's not a spirit stick. Like it's
a what? What? A spirit stick?
You know, like a spirit stick.
What is a spirit stick?
Obviously, Canadians don't value their flag as high as Americans do.
Oh, I see. No, this is from a case of beer. It's not an actual Canadian flag. I got those too, though. We have actually American flags up in the garage, which is like all American because, like, Josh is obviously American. But in here, it's all Canadian.
He's still American? Hasn't he been up there a long time?
Yeah, he doesn't have citizenship. He's got permanent residency.
BD, how's those peppers ripening up?
Oh man, they were doing good. I was actually editing some pictures right now to make an update. Some of them taking forever. Like I underestimated how long some of them would take. Like it's crazy. Like the jalapenos been like over a month and they ain't even ready yet.
Yeah, jalapenos tend to take a very long time to ripen.
Yeah,
exactly, Hermit, man. She got a hat last week.
I've got 3 hats now.
I got some of those the bubblegum ones, the orange bleeders, but I'm leaving them on the plant as long as I can to see if the color will go up the stem.
Okay.
So right now the orange is all over the calyx, but I'm trying to see if it'll go all the way up the stem. So I'm just going to leave them on.
I just can't get over this panda. Looks like he's bombing a selfie right now. Photo bombing. It's awesome. I love this little guy.
I'm sorry, but the elephant draws all focus. It's
Really?
red.
Is this looking mad?
Whoa! I just
Look
looked up. I didn't even see that elephant in the room.
It's kind of
Yeah, I
creepy.
got an elephant. I got a big elephant in the room here. That's for sure.
Yeah, it looks so angry with those eyebrows.
Well, what if I just?
That looks like a type of elephant. When you walk out of the room, it would just sit in your chair and take over.
It's kind of evil, isn't it? It looks like it would hunt your.
I don't know. It kind of just looks like
It's kind of creepy. I'm not gonna lie. It's
like
got that certain creep factor to it.
It's ready to.
What are you talking about? He's so happy.
How come there's little red dots in its eyes? Is it recording or something?
Ah, yeah, you're right. It's creepy.
Hey, why is that stuffed animal's eyes blinking?
It's because it's they're plastic. See? He's like, it looks like he's on like LSD or something when you're like. But yeah, no, my sister gave it to me, and I can't not have him. Like my little sister, who I just met a couple of years ago. She like loves me. She's like, when I'm 30, I'm gonna go live with Susie. I'm like, I'll be like, how old will I be? I don't even know. But yeah.
How old is she now?
She's 9.
When she's
so 11 years. No, wait, is that right? 11? No, 20. No, 11. No.
Yeah.
20. Oh my gosh, I am not doing this right now. I can't.
At 21 years, you'll be 50.
21. Yeah, that's not a number 2.
Yeah, so you'll be 50.
Yeah.
That's optimistic.
Whatever, she's welcome.
Later, Phil.
Later, Phil.
Thanks for hanging out.
Yeah, thanks for chilling. Come back next Friday.
No, when I was 9, I never thought I was going to make it past 18.
Why were you thinking about that when you were 9?
When I hit 18, I was like,
holy 9, I was like riding my bike down the street.
When I hit 18, I was like, there's no way I'm going to hit 21. And then I hit 21, and I was like, there's no way I'm going to be 25. And I was like, there's no way I'm going to be 30. There's no way I'm going to be 35. There's no way I'll be 40. And, oh, here I am. What can I say? I'm
next milestone, and you'll be over the hill.
Yeah. Well, what can I say? I'm pretty stubborn.
Yeah. I'm afraid that's going to be the same thing as my cats. They're going to live to 40 just to spite me.
What's up, Jay?
What's up, Jay?
What's up, Jay?
What's going on?
Jared, you're only 21?
No, in 21 years, he'll be 60.
Oh, okay. That's why I was like, you look
a little bit older.
I don't know. Not
Dang, well, Jared's only like 2 years older than me then. Or wait, are you talking about 2019? Because I'll be 41 this year.
I'll be 30 this year.
I'll be 41 this year also.
Oh, look at that. Brando?
July.
I'm freshly 30.
What about you, Brando?
He's like,
what you gonna be this year, Brando? 41?
Brando's from another world that doesn't.
Yeah, I think so. By the time we're all like in our 60s, he's gonna be on Mars.
What about you, Beatty?
I'll be 18 and a half in June.
Oh, dude, I can't wait for you to actually be able to buy cigarettes and tobacco.
I've had my beard for like 20-something years, but I'll be 18 and a half in June.
No, you're only a couple years younger than me, like 2 years younger. You're
Dee Dee was-
91.
Yet he runs after chicks that are like 20 years older than you.
Dee Dee
Well,
was
I'm not one to talk.
weird.
Cougars. Wow.
They'll get you.
Yeah,
Well, they will get you.
43. Yeah.
You gotta be careful, man. Although you don't actually have to be careful because they're not going to get you in that way, you know, if you know what I mean.
Well, I think. Well, no, I'm not a cougar yet, but I don't know. I don't know. Wait, hold on. What were we just talking about?
What plan is that, Brando?
Holy crap! Your 18 just turned daughter. All right, no, your daughter just turned 18. Wow, that's a milestone, eh?
I had to find
Oh,
out
yeah,
I'm a manther. You know, you hit 40, we're manthers, you know.
Oh, a manther! That's what those are.
Hey, Brando, remember those orange habaneros from like 6 months ago? You sent me, they were like seeds. I think you got them from the store or something. Well, I thought I grew them and they were the ones that you sent, but now since it's outside, I think I mixed the seeds up with like a Thai bird pepper because that plant has tons and tons of different small little pods. So I think I mislabeled the plant. I was looking forward to growing the orange habanero, but I was like, there's no way that one was what it was. I think I mixed it up. Because remember, I think I told Rob, I was like, bro, there's like a red pod on this plant. And he goes, you should save that.
Are you growing any pepins?
I definitely am growing a couple different Thai peppers. So I think like last year when I was seed starting, you know, it's probably late and I just mixed them up or labeled it wrong or something.
Well,
I have a couple plants out there that are mystery ones because
yeah, I was gonna say.
I didn't label them right. So there's probably
You
3
threw 'em
plants out
outside.
there. Just question marks.
Well, those ones that you said were on the floor that you picked up, you just threw them all outside.
Sometimes if I'm bored, I'll just plant a seed. If I just find it laying around somewhere.
Susie, you forget that it's like summer where he's at.
Yeah, I know, because I wouldn't be able to do that.
Ooh.
And hey, Jared, your daughter turned 18 last month. That was the weirdest thing was a couple years ago where I realized the kids that I was working with, like, you know, young girls that were like 18, 20 years old. I'm like, oh, crap. Like, I could totally, like, if I had a kid at like 16, 18, 20
20 years old, you can have it
age right now. Like, totally blew my mind. That's when I was like, oh my God, I'm old.
You're like, crap, I should probably stop.
You're old enough to have one.
Oh, Brando's out.
Little Brando.
For my biological mother is, okay, wait, how old am I going to be? I'm going to be 30 this year. So my biological mother is only turning 40. She'll be turning 40, 45 or 46 this year.
It's only 6 years older than me.
So JRF.
Yeah.
My mom was 40 when she had me.
Yeah, my parents, like my adopted parents were older when they had me, but then they had my sister. They got pregnant. After they had me, they just got pregnant with my sister. And they were told that they could never have kids. It was like the weirdest thing. So my sister is like literally a year and a month younger than me. And she's a doctor now, by the way. But my mom passed away when she was 60. But my dad is 67. Nope, 60. He's 68 this year. Oh my God. And he's got no gray hairs. He's got a full head of dark brown hair. And a hot new older girlfriend. She is so gorgeous, man. I can't believe it. She's got blonde hair and everything.
My mom couldn't drink at her own wedding. That's how young she got married. And she had me when she was 21.
Yeah, it's so weird. Like our parents, and you're what, 11 years older than I am, and parents are like the same age. 50,
Well,
no, your parents are younger than mine are actually.
Yeah. Yeah. Brando says the audio is breaking up and sounding robotic. Is it sounding like that to anybody else?
Not to me.
No, my camera's just always messed up. That's about it.
Yeah, your camera's like, it's like.
Well, you got to feed it cookies and steak. So.
Good thing I don't know that.
Remember I was telling you how like it would only work on Chrome, like in the incognito mode. I don't know why, but now it's working in the regular browser. So I don't know. Maybe I'll switch back to the other one.
What's up, JR?
I just noticed that when everybody's talking, it's breaking up and then going all robotic.
In the house. What's up, Schaller?
Hey, what's up, everybody? Did you hear me?
What's up, Rob?
Hey, what's up,
I
Eric?
can hear you, but you're kind of quiet.
What's that?
You're kind of quiet.
It's always kind of quiet when he's on.
Yeah.
I've never been able to troubleshoot that issue with him.
We can still hear you.
Hey, Brando, which plant was that you were holding up?
Huh?
Which plant was that one you were holding up?
Well, like 10 minutes ago?
Yeah, I seen it down in the corner. I forgot to ask you.
Oh, no, this is a cayenne. I just got in like a 32-ounce cracky kind of set up. Got a couple pods on it.
Yeah.
Ooh. I got one of those too right behind me, but I got some tomatoes in it.
I've been picking a few cayenne pods myself.
I gotta separate them. Hold on, I'll show you. I got about four tomatoes in the same little setup. I gotta separate them.
I'm guessing that comment was for you, Susie.
That's what I'm just thinking. I was like, that's nice.
I looked at that and I was like, yeah, it must be.
Hey, Brando, here's the tomatoes right here.
Okay,
They're in like one of those like little Parmesan cheese container crackies, and there's like 4 of them in here. I gotta separate them.
Parmesan cheese gives a nice seasoning to the tomatoes.
Holy
yeah, I was hoping the cheese flavor would blend into the tomatoes, make that hybrid.
They're almost growing as long as your hair.
Yeah.
I didn't see much on my end. It was the audio, the video was going out on my end. It was freezing up.
Yeah, JRF, my name is Susie, and I've never been on the live stream before.
Yeah, never.
Ever. I don't even know these guys.
Except for
well, in JRF's defense, he's not always around.
I don't even take offense to that. It's all good.
You said that was a dragon cayenne, Brando?
He just said it was a cayenne.
I'm not hearing the
Oh, no, the reason why I asked that, because an everyday Canadian said, man, those dragon cayennes grow super fast.
I got some actually here.
Cayenne growing in the cracky setup. I didn't say dragon. But
what's up, Raphael?
What's up, Raphael?
What's up?
I've never really had good luck with the cracky tape method, but add air to it, make it a DWC, and I've had really good luck with that.
I don't know. I'm having a lot of luck with my just my Scotch brain, especially in the cracky. Like that is growing like crazy. Like I said, I've already topped it like 3 times, and it just keeps coming back like crazy.
My advice with the small crackies is, from experience, put the least amount of liquid you can in there, because it'll drown the things.
Yeah, that's what I did. The bucket is like this big, and then but I've only put like maybe that much nutrients in it just to start, and it has barely like even gone down, and that was maybe 2 months ago. And it hasn't even like nothing, like no discoloration, no wilting, no nothing. It's been
when you're doing hydro, you can't fill it all the way up.
No, because you got your air roots, and then you got your
you gotta make sure your air roots are taken care of.
Yeah.
So what's going on, Rob S?
Not too much. Did you guys hear me?
Oh yeah, you're way better now.
Okay. Hey, do some adjustment.
Oh.
I don't know if this microphone might be helping. Could you hear me?
We can kind of hear
Whatever
you.
you did before made it loud.
Yeah.
Maybe you lifted your headphone out a little bit or something.
How's now? Better?
It's kind of the same. We can hear you though. I just had to turn my volume up a little bit.
Oh, okay, that's good.
But now I can like hear all these guys like, whoa. I can hear Brando. Brando is like talking my ear off. It's just, it is crazy.
Yeah, yeah. Brando's way good.
I know you're having a good time.
That's better, yeah.
Please just, could you chill out a little bit, Brando?
Yeah, Jesus. Drink a little less next time. Yeah, Rob, color your.
Seriously, look, Brando, say something.
There's so good.
What's up, Spring and Larry?
What's up, guys?
Hey,
Hey.
Hello, hello.
Hey, how's it
You
going,
look so
guys?
beautiful. Not
Thank
that you
you.
don't every day,
Oh,
but
thank
you
you.
look gorgeous. You might not want
Yeah,
to play around BD because he loves the beautiful cougars. Not that if you're over 40, you're a cougar.
Yeah, and Larry,
You put my cougars in.
yeah, and Larry, you look so
Larry.
beautiful too, man.
Yeah, right. Rev loves Larry, so.
Hey, Brando, which one's that one? That one looks nice.
Oh, this one's a Sugar Rush. I haven't been taking too much care of it, but
What?
Dang.
How is your
Dang,
sugar
that root
like that?
system looks crazy.
I think that thing adds 20 pounds
It's
on.
definitely got that, like, characteristic Sugar Rush structure to it. I like that
That thing looks
structure
nice.
of the plant. Those roots are amazing, too.
Mine do not look like
There you
that.
go.
yeah, I
Sarah.
don't know. I haven't been taking much care of this one, but roots have been going nice.
Sugar Rush can branch out wide, but for whatever reason, they grow upwards in a V. I've
That's
noticed.
what mine's all doing.
Every Sugar Rush that I've grown or the peach at least, the Sugar Rush peach, they grow upwards in a V, and it gets wider the higher up you get on the plant. But it doesn't never want to like push out too much.
No, mine are doing the same thing as yours, Blum. So
Even on like larger plants, which I don't have any Sugar Rush or ahis or anything started right now. I'm talking about like when they grow outside, like under the sun and stuff. Like they will get bushy, but they still like it's supported properly and it doesn't droop over or lay over on its side. It seems like they always grow upwards in a V like
is
that.
it like one of those ones where you have to put a trellis over it, and then it'll be like the ahis? Like I put a trellis over.
Yeah, Sugar Rush even more so probably because
really?
the pods are so large and so heavy. They really need a lot of support. I had a Sugar Rush plant that ended up just laying down on the ground, and I just kind of let it grow that way the rest of the season, which was cool because anybody that's ever grown a plant that got so weighted with pods to where it didn't break but just fell over and laid on the ground, you can let them keep growing that way. You want to be careful about if there's pods that are touching the ground because they can rot that way. But it actually is kind of cool because then it gets so much light in areas of the stem that don't normally get light that it creates all this new growth, and all the new growth grows straight up. So you'll have a plant growing this way and then like all these other new shoots that grow up, and it will create more of a bush.
This is what you mean. Okay, so this is an orange habanero. And this thing had gone all this way, but like look at all the brand new shoots just right on the bottom there.
Exactly what I'm talking about.
But this thing is like all these shoots are perfect.
Yeah, and they grow perfectly straight up. That's exactly what I'm talking about.
It's like a palm tree.
Yeah, I had an ahi pineapple like that last year, a couple of them, and they went off to the side. And
not even that much roots either.
The bottom shoots that went up, those ones actually became way bigger than the actual. You
were saying, yeah.
That might be a cool experiment to try planting a plant, like instead of planting it perfectly straight up, plant a plant at an angle so that it's planted at an angle.
That's why I
and
have
see if that might maybe be like a.
One of my Sugar Rush Red Striped is doing that too down here, and it just kind of fell over, but now it's finally started to, like, the end of it is like where the leaves are going up towards the light. So I'm like, I'm not going to stake it, nothing. And now there's already brand new, like little shoots, like about that big, that are all coming up on and that's super cool. I love that. I think that's awesome.
Yeah, from my garden last year, the only plant that I brought in and saved, I broke all the branches off, which I wish now that I'd clipped them off, but I wasn't planning on saving any of my plants. I just was breaking the branches off to harvest the last of the pods off and then ripping the plants up out of the ground, not digging them up. I literally just like aggressively ripped them out of the ground so it tore roots and stuff. But there was this one ahi pineapple. It was an ahi orange pineapple, but it was a yellow pheno. But they grew these big, huge, long pods. And the plant had started out grown on its side, like it fell over at an early stage to where it hardened off and got all like woody to where it wasn't touching the ground, but it grew over at an angle like that habanero that you showed.
Yeah.
But now all of everything's broken off, so there's just that hard structure left, and then all these new growths that are growing straight up, and it's going to be a freaking bush this year. It's a really nice plant. I haven't had it under any light. I just have it by my front door. It gets like whatever sunlight comes in, and it stayed alive, and it's doing really nice. So I'm going to plant.
No, Scott, that one's not overwintered. No, that obviously that was one of the ones that Blum sent me, just the seeds. So that was, I planted that one. When did you send? Like, when did I actually get those? Probably mid-December, I'd say. I planted that at the same time I planted my lemon starbursts. So I don't have any overwinter plants. Oh, Beth is here. What's up, Beth?
Hey.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. All the kids in bed? The A-team?
Well, for now.
Hey, Beth.
Hey.
Hey, Beth.
Hello,
hey.
Beth.
Hey.
Hello.
Hey.
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 We're gonna pay to feed our goats now.
Right, no good.
Brenda really wants to say something.
Josh, I just want to feed the goats, and we have a fainting goat.
Oh.
No way. That's
I want
awesome.
feeding goats so
Yeah.
bad.
I just walked out there to put some feed down, and it freaks out, and it just falls over.
Oh my God! Did you put pajamas on it? Sorry.
Pajamas.
Goats in pajamas.
I would love to dress it up. And
Why would you put pajamas on a fainting goat?
Why
not?
wouldn't
you put pajamas on?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. I guess it's gonna go to sleep, so why not have pajamas on it? I guess.
I love them when they get so terrified. They're just like, and they just like knock right over, and they're like mannequins, and then they're like, okay, I'm good now.
I love that when they're like in mid jump and they just like something scares them and they just like walk.
Like here's a thing. Like,
I seen ones like two goats that were on a swinging, like one of those swing, you know, it swings. And anyways, they were both on there, and it got terrified as soon as the person started pushing them, and all of them were like, oh, and they just fell like head first, and then they like ended up just like not like rocking on the ground, but they weren't in pajamas, so it wasn't as good. But I've seen
well,
so many.
I'll get the clothes on next time.
Yes. Just throw some of the kids.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Anyways, like I said, I think Brando's itching to say something here about his plant. Brando. And Hugh Brando.
He fainted.
Oh,
Gotta
did
say
you
hi to
say-
Brando.
Hey, Brando.
Hey.
Crickets. Crickets. All right. Well, anyway, goats.
Spring looks all dressed up today and looks really nice.
Oh, she's beautiful all the time.
Absolutely.
My daughter took me and got my hair cut yesterday, so
I was gonna say your hair looks really nice.
I curled it.
Well,
Me and Innocence, we both had a girls' day, so we done our hair, our nails.
Oh, let's see your nails. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
No, let's see. Like, hold them up. Hold your nails up. I want to see. Say something though, because I can't
see them or not.
Oh my gosh, those are beautiful.
Oh, you gotta be careful.
So we had a girls' day.
BD.
Yeah, you gotta be careful. He's start messaging you in about 5 minutes.
He's gonna show up at your door. We're gonna have a live stream.
And
Petey's gonna hit me up like, "Hey, how far are you from Spring again? Yeah, could I come and stay for a little bit?"
I mean, he's home on a Friday. He's probably I don't. No, we're not good.
I might be at Rev. I might be up there though.
Oh, coincidentally.
No, I'm gonna be over by the beach.
Blumberg, you're still on mute.
By the beach, boy. Where at, Beatty?
I think it's like somewhere by where you're at.
Somewhere where I'm at. Like last time you said that it was like 120 miles south of me.
I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to look and see where it is.
Well,
you might be by my sister's house.
I think what Rev is saying is that you aren't that much of a priority to him.
Oh shit! Oh.
Hey, I wouldn't drive that far either.
Dude, if I was going 120 miles south of me, I'd visit my sister for the first time. And like since she moved, she was all over me tonight about why I haven't done that. It's been 7 or 8 months.
Has it been that long already?
Yeah, the end of July.
Holy crap. Oh, I thought.
Yeah, she was like, why?
Bring her a housewarming present.
But it's way down there. Like, I got to drive like a bunch of, like, I haven't had 2 days off in a row for like a long time until just like the last few weeks.
It's definitely a lot easier than getting your passport.
No, it's not.
Why not?
I can stay around town to get my passport. I just like do a bunch of things and like make a couple 5-minute trips and mail it to the government.
Or let the government nail it to you. Oh.
But I've never had my passport. So
That's insane. I have to, I don't even have mine.
40 years old, never had a passport.
That is the weirdest thing. And you've been like to different countries.
I've been to Jamaica, I've been to Bahamas, I've been to Mexico, I've been to Grand Cayman.
And how without a passport?
Yeah, I had a driver's license.
Yeah, you didn't need one. He went to Bahamas without a passport.
Down there, though, they look like if you have a photo ID, you're good. Especially if you're
on a cruise.
You're good.
They accepted my driver's license. They gave me an ID for the
if you
cruise.
have a government issued photo ID, it doesn't matter if it's a passport. You can go down there, and you'll be fine. I've always had a passport, and every time I've gone.
So wait, you can drive it? No, but that doesn't make sense. Then why do they have passports? Like, are you trying to tell me you can like?
Passports are only to come to Canada, pretty much.
Well, to go to Canada, you can have a passport card. It's not like an actual passport.
Larry and Larry are laughing about something over there.
You can go across the border to Canada, Mexico, Bahamas, I believe, like almost all the Caribbean type things, as long as you go by boat or by car.
Well, they also have no drinking age. So you can go over there with no passport. You can literally have a government issued ID, especially if you're like from North America. You can go down there with your driver's license and be like, hey, I'm coming in. They'll be like, all right, come on, it's all good. Come on.
Yep, that's why
there's somebody in the chat that seems to have asked you a question.
What's that?
We'll check the chat.
Who? Me?
Yeah.
Healing
through inspiration?
Yes.
Am I still doing aquaponics? Yeah, I'm not doing aquaponics. It's doing itself.
But you
I set it up, and it just keeps on doing its own thing. And I will be uploading more of it soon.
Oh, Hermit! Could you read Hermits? I just got a passport 2 years ago. Waited last minute. Almost missed my own wedding. Oh,
sorry I couldn't make it, honey. I didn't get my passport in time.
Yeah. I still love you. Oh, her parents would have been pissed off, huh? I guess you had a vacation wedding then, Hermit?
Or were you marrying out of the country?
Well, yeah, that's just...
There's lots of chicks outside of the country.
I mean, that's entirely possible.
The bride.
Yeah, you never know.
They need a passport, not you.
Yeah. Well, it depends on where you get married.
That's true. I'm gonna order a mail order bride, but I'm gonna go over to the. I don't want to offend anybody, so wherever they do that.
Russia. There's a lot of hot.
Oh yeah. If you want to.
I just heard something.
Yeah.
I think it was on Rogan. They were talking about like during the back in the 80s during the Cold War, like they always had like these manly looking Russian chicks that were like, "Oh, you are not afeard of me," and like, you know, stuff like that kind of thing. And then all of a sudden, like the Cold War was over, and all of a sudden there was all this plethora of super hot Russian chicks that just came out of nowhere. And they were like, where the hell were these chicks during the Cold War? Like, nobody ever showed that. It was always like this manly looking fucking chick. And like everything was like crazy. But yep, as soon as that all stopped.
I don't know. One of my exes had like a thing for Russian chicks. He's like, oh my gosh, speak Russian. And I'm like, I don't freaking know how to speak Russian. Like, you're with the wrong person. Yeah, that ended quickly.
Privyet.
Oh, see, I don't even know that.
Means greetings. Niet. It means no. Or that means nothing.
What's up, Brando?
No means no. Da means.
I'll break it up.
What are you doing, dog?
Having technical difficulties.
Technological differences.
I love how Susie gets up and the panel goes completely silent. Is how to process the fact thing.
I don't know what was going on. I was losing audio and video, so I can't hear or see nothing.
What's up with that?
Our internet sucks out here. Sometimes it does really good. Sometimes it's shitty. You never know what it's going to be.
When my internet does not work 100%, I am on the phone constantly with my provider. I complain all the time. Like the other night, I was on a video call and my internet went out, and I was like, okay, well, it's just a fluke. And it came back on, and then it went out again. And I'm like, okay, what the heck is going on? Then it came back on, and then it went out again. I picked up the phone and I called up and I started complaining. I'm like, look, I understand that like you're not the guy that's actually doing this, but this is driving me freaking nuts. I'm paying to have this running 24/7, and it's been out for like 30 minutes out of like the last 20 minutes, or out of the last like 50 minutes. And I started freaking out on the guy, and I'm like, look, it's not your fault.
Hey, Rev, for some reason I was visiting some guy at tech support. Oh, he's complaining so much about his internet again. Beep. He's in the middle of call. Beep. Cuts out your internet real quick.
Oh no, man! Like I had this guy like cracking up and everything. I'm like, I know it's not you, but I want you to complain to your bosses because this is bull, man. Like I am paying for my internet, and I'm gonna take it up with like accounting and blah blah blah. And I just kept complaining, and he's like, "Whoa, I understand where you're coming from." And I'm like, "No, I'm not gonna like actually get off the phone unless you agree that you're gonna go and complain to your superiors because this is bull, man." Like, no, you have to like complain as much as possible. And he's like, okay, I will. And I'm like, no, you better promise me. You have to promise me that you will, man.
No, complaining don't matter. Every time it rains here, we have no phone. And then they come to check and it's not raining. And they're like, oh, it's fine.
I don't care about the phone or cable, but I don't have either one of them. I only care about the internet. And I complain like crazy. Every time the internet goes out, I call up and I complain. Like I'm constantly getting like, get half a day credit for like, you know, this month. You get like a whole day credit for this month. And it's usually for like, you know, 30 minutes here, 40 minutes here. And I'm like, this is bull. I was in the middle of an important business call. Meanwhile, like, on YouTube, like trying to do a live stream. Hey, technically I get paid for YouTube, so I can call it a business call.
Yeah.
Hey, BD.
What up? What up?
Here's one of those Kamaris that I was talking about the other day. We got two of them about this big. Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's
what they look
what
like.
size container is that in? Like a 16-ounce cup? Oh, that's like a
little cup. But the thing's
got a nice stock on it.
Yeah, I like that already.
Nice one.
I have the Cherapita going, and then I got the Kamara Dupara, and that thing puts out tons of like jelly bean sized pods. So I don't know if that one will do the same.
The long ones, or the like? Those are the ones that kind of look like super hots when they sprout and stuff.
Which one?
The Cherapitas.
The Cherapita, like the little
little tiny like round ones. Yeah.
Yeah. They're like as big as maybe, I don't know, like a pea.
It's the most expensive pepper in the world.
I think it's the
That's the Cherapito?
Cherapita.
Yeah. Okay. I'll show you this one here. This is the one that Rob, you sent me. Ugh, I just can't. This thing is like. This is worse than the other one. Like, look at the size of this. I don't even know how to, like, it just falls over too. Like, it's. Like,
what one is that?
That it's supposed to be a Cherapita. I thought that I labeled them correctly.
You probably did.
Yeah, is this what it looks like? Like, oops.
It's supposed to be bushy, but I mean, grab the ahi beanstalk for comparison.
Well, that one's kind of dying. Yeah.
Chop that one.
No, I'm not chopping any of my ahis. This one, like, I can actually hold this one up too. Like, and that one.
Yeah, that's just a straight stick.
Look at this. This one's on the floor, you guys. This one's sitting on the floor, and it's here.
You do that? It's just a straight stick.
I'm currently using this one. I'm currently using this one as an ashtray. It's still alive, kind of.
You need to water it so it'll be alive.
I just did. I thought. I don't even know what my water is.
You got a beer handy?
I'm not wasting that. Although it's probably around me enough. It's like beer. We need beer. Yeah, this thing is like falling over. I got my Jay's Peach Ghost Scorpion is like out like this, but it's like not very. It's maybe 2 feet tall and like out so much. All the branches are like weaving its way through all my other, because it's kind of away from the light, so all the branches are weaving through my other peppers to get to the light. So that's why I'm just top watering now. I'm not even bottom watering anymore. I just can't deal with it. Like trying to get them all away from like each other. They'll just go out in one big lump sum once they're ready.
Where you at, Rob? You in one of those buildings again? Rob Showers?
Actually, I'm in the suburbs today. Right next to the expressway. Nothing too fancy.
He's in downtown Chicago.
Oh.
Been working on stairs like this whole evening.
Stairs are done.
You got those done, eh?
Yeah, they're all done.
Perfect. Awesome.
Yeah, today I had to order 600 ladybugs. Those aphids are kicking my ass.
That sucks.
Just lost another plant.
Hopefully the ladybugs will do some good for you.
If not,
better than
they're all going in the garbage, the plants. I'm getting tired.
Did you try pyrethrin?
I tried it. The thing is, I have a cat, and I don't want her to go in the hospital again.
Yeah.
She already cost me $4,000 last year. That ain't gonna happen again.
Do you have a spare bedroom by any chance?
Yeah.
So
that's where all my ceilings are at now.
Okay, so you can't put all your plants in there mostly, and then just keep the door closed and not your.
The door's closed. I try not to go downstairs too much because I take all my clothes off because I don't want to transfer those things upstairs. Because if that happens, I'm done.
Yeah.
And those things are like, I can't believe how fast those things can reproduce.
Yeah, it's like overnight, really, it seems like. You'll think that you've got them all, and you might see one straggler, and then like a day later, there's like groups of them on leaves.
You have to look everywhere, over, under the leaves, and at the stem especially too. Like they will all go down the stem. They'll be up and down the stem. I found that only on one of my plants. I just gave it a good spray, and then I was good. But we've also got like a lot of wasps, a lot of bugs, a lot of all the predatory bugs that you would want. We've got those here. I'm not
But Rob, I got a question for you. Are you looking forward to, or are you excited to overwinter some plants this year?
Well, you know what? I was into this problem next year. I'm going to totally do it different. I'm going to hose them down, take them out of the dirt.
Yeah.
It kind of screwed up my season because I wanted all my new plants downstairs with that new light. Now everything's upstairs now. And my garden's probably double from last year, so I'm going to run out of room upstairs in that little tiny room. I'm kind of screwed.
Got my shell phone.
Show that tomato plant again.
She's wanting to show y'all her little tomato.
I think it's gonna bloom.
It's got blooms on it.
Or buds.
Are those the suckers though? Because if it's that small, you should sucker those things.
This is a micro dwarf.
Yeah, you don't want to sucker that.
Okay, I never even heard of those.
Yeah, they said they only get like 6 or 8 inches tall, the whole plant. They produce actually some like decent sized tomatoes, but they only bloom once and then they're done.
Yeah,
they're determinate then.
Yeah,
yeah, they're determinate.
It looks like a little palm tree.
It's only about 2 inches.
That's so. I can't believe you got all my tomatoes are like long. Like, well, I killed them by now, but they're all like long and so skinny. I don't know how you guys do that.
It's the variety.
Yeah, it's a micro dwarf. It's not meant to ever get
Even
bigger
BBs,
than 6 or 8
like
inches.
BBs are like super more stocky than mine ever were at that size.
Well, that's because you were probably growing varieties that are meant to be grown in an outdoor setting and get big. That's not meant to get big. You could grow that thing under an ordinary house lamp.
I was growing the chocolate cherry tomato.
Yeah, meant to grow long.
Yeah, they do. And actually, the one that I had last year, I only had one survive, and it grew. It was taller than I was, but it was very prolific. Actually, yeah, I guess you're right.
Yeah, it's an indeterminate tomato. It'll keep it growing forever.
Yeah. Well, when you live in Winnipeg, everything is determinate.
Yeah, that's why you need a grow determinate.
No,
if I lived in Canada, that's all I would grow is bush determinate tomatoes. That way, they come up, you have a big harvest all at once, and you're done because your season's short. That's what I do. I'd get a 60-day bush tomato. That way, you get a harvest. Since you're,
and you'd probably honestly get better harvest doing plants like that than indeterminates.
Yeah, she needs to do dwarf tomatoes. You can get a dwarf that produces big tomatoes.
Yeah, well,
that's like what Spring and Larry were just showing. Like I said, like they showed whatever that variety is. They showed, and even though the plant only gets like 6-8 inches, like it produces some like decent size, like probably almost baseball size fruits off it. Which
I want a lot of tomatoes.
Is pretty remarkable.
I want tomatoes for salsas, and I also ferment tomatoes in my hot sauces too. So, and the chocolate cherry tomatoes are amazing. On every single like little branch where they bud, there's like 8 tomatoes, and like every branch buds. Pretty much, I never sucker my tomatoes.
Susie, have you ever grown sun golds?
Sorry, smoking the eye. No.
Sun gold.
Audio, video freezing up again.
Later, Herman.
Susie.
No, I don't even know like what all the varieties of tomatoes are, honestly.
Well, that's like one of the most popular, well-known varieties.
Like the big ones that are just like smooth all over. Like, yeah, my mom.
No, you're way off. Sun gold cherry tomatoes
are I don't know.
Little small ones, but they grow. That I think that has to be the most productive tomato plant I've ever seen. Yes, they are
sweet 100s.
Yeah. They are just small tomatoes. Eric knows what I'm talking about. Those sun gold, they grow.
Yeah.
In one season, they'll grow 5-6 foot tall, and they produce hundreds of these.
What are they called? I have to write this down. Hold on, or just send it in the chat if you can.
Sun gold.
Sun gold tomatoes.
Yeah. Just write it down.
Famous. They're famous.
I have no pen.
And that's one that when you buy seeds, which you have to buy seeds, you don't want to get seeds that somebody saved because they aren't going to grow the same way. Because
what's happening?
When you get sun gold tomato seeds, the seeds are F1 seeds, and that's because if you save the seed,
no problem.
They won't grow out the same.
Yeah, okay. Susie, Scott wants to know when you're going to do another video update.
Whenever I have the motivation.
I have no idea.
Okay, so tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll be gone by 12. Yeah.
There's
I'll see when I watch.
Brandon's got a.
I know from.
I know.
Is that the pineapple you said?
The pineapple forest.
Is there like conversations going on at the same time right now? What the heck is going on?
Talking to somebody else.
What's that?
I said that you were talking to somebody else.
Yeah, it was a security guard. He came up, asking if somebody's coming up here at 12 o'clock. He didn't know I was on live chat.
I'm on top of things. My stuff isn't freezing up over here. I know what everybody's doing.
Fine.
Brando was doing a nice stroll through the pineapple forest.
There's more.
Yeah, I got several.
And Lisa, you said that you wanted to order ladybugs.
Well, I might have about 3 different kinds.
Hit up Amazon.
Hold on, Jared's saying he grew a tomato called Matt's Wild Cherry. It's even more productive than Sun Gold.
Wow.
I've heard of it. I've never grown it.
I'm gonna have to write this one down too. Hold on. Matt's Wild Cherry.
If you want a productive tomato, man, you get those little currant tomatoes, the real little pea-sized tomatoes. You'll be picking all day on those. Those were called Texas Landrace tomatoes.
Yeah, I bought some
They're
Sun
good
Gold.
too. They're real sweet.
I bought some Sun Gold. I was surprised they only get 10 seeds per bag.
Here's
Yeah, Susie, definitely try some Sun Golds. You should definitely get some Sun Golds.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to do some tomatoes like probably in the next month and a half. I'm just gonna plant them like inside and then take them out when they're like really little. Try to, anyways. We're starting to get Larry and Spring Spoon tomato.
that's those tiny ones. They put a bunch of them in a spoon.
Spoon tomato?
I
Yeah.
don't even know what that is. Is it like a?
It's the same type of currant tomato. Real small, pea-sized tomatoes.
Eric, you know a lot about tomatoes. Have you heard of? And I hate to mispronounce it. I'm sure I'm going to, but I think it's a Reese tomato.
A Reese
And
tomato.
It might be pronounced differently. I can't even remember the spelling because I haven't ever personally grown them. But Jay Erb on the PLC, he grew those last year, and it's a tomato that it looks like they grow decent sized tomatoes, but it looks like it's made up of a whole bunch of different tomatoes that are like glued together.
Yeah, I've
Have
seen
you ever
tomatoes
seen those?
like that.
And I think it was bred
Yeah.
to be like
Tomato. I've got those.
What are those ones we grew last year that we
I
had to
think
put
it's a Reese tomato.
Yeah.
Were that what it was?
Resin tomato or something like that.
They were huge.
What did you say, Spring?
I said I've got seeds for is it Reza tomate or something like that?
Or that or Reese or something.
Yeah, I've got seeds
Yeah,
somewhere for
that's what I'm
that.
talking about.
It's got like
I mean, unless you just want to grow it for the coolness factor.
Yeah.
Jay Herb, he said that they were garbage. He said that they tasted awful, were bitter. He said he couldn't see much use in them other than growing them because they look cool.
Man, the worst tomato I've ever grown, it was called Rapunzel. Man, you look them up on, so beautiful. Man, beautiful trellises. And then you eat it. Man, it was the grossest tomato I've ever tasted in my life. It about made me sick. Well, Beth, they were gross. I'll never grow it ever again. You guys, when you get the chance, look up a Rapunzel tomato.
Would you?
I was really disappointed.
I love it. TBMA just said, I just called to say I love you.
What's up, Derek?
Okay, hold on. What's the Ispolin or Ispolin? Is that I could be completely butchering that. It's a beefsteak variety. I don't even know what that means either.
Oh, Ispolin? Is that
Ispolin? Is that what it is, Bob? Okay.
Right, throw Derek a wrench.
Carolina
I think he
Gold.
deserves a wrench.
Might be. I think it's Sun Gold.
I did.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Sun Gold.
What's up, Ivan? Would you say Palmer?
I said throw Derek.
He said.
I'll terminal.
Oh, come on, yo.
Who's Derek?
Yeah,
I have no idea.
Sound all robotic now.
Rev, do you not know who TPMA is?
No.
Are you kidding?
No.
No.
It's a troll.
It's not a troll.
What is?
No. I don't know.
What's a troll?
Okay.
Obviously,
Well,
you do.
yeah, it's Derek.
Oh boy.
Okay. Well, the only Derek I know is Chris Kimberlin.
Kimberly.
They may be affiliated.
They may be.
Oh,
Really?
affiliate. Well, there's your first win.
They may be, eh?
Hey, Canada, hey, woo!
I'll take a chance then.
Take a chance on
I'll vouch for him. He seems like he's a cool dude.
Well, with a comment like that, man, I just called to say I love you. That's a great comment.
I was actually waiting to be like, oh, what else was you gonna say? But if it's you crazy, you crazy.
I gotta remember to use that. Next live stream I go to where nobody knows me, I'm just gonna say that. I just called to say I love you and just see what happens. See if I get a wrench. Oh, now Derek's back. Okay, well.
What's that Adele song where it's like, I must have called 1,000 times.
There you go, Beth. Beth
You
knows
never
that
got
one.
it, yeah.
No, I did not know.
I can't sing like Adele, that's for sure. Some of us have my singing on video.
Oh yeah, it sounds just like Adele.
Yeah, really. Like you guys don't.
Okay, I think we should hear it now.
No.
Oh, you wanna hear it?
That was sarcasm.
Come on, Susie.
Yeah, you want to hear it?
Randomly. This is the last time when Rob Schaller was on here as well.
Hey, you want to hear Susie singing?
Yes, I want to hear Susie sing. Come on.
I do too. Come on, Susie.
Oh, God damn it! What did I do?
Sorry, I can't post that.
Yeah.
I will get stabbed if I go to Canada.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have a passport.
He almost
You
got
don't go to Canada.
I know, but it's still a risk I'm willing to not take. What if in like 15 years I get a passport and I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna like hang out in like Montreal, and all of a sudden, like, what the fuck are you doing in like Montreal, Susie? I thought you were in Winnipeg.
I'm like, I could smell you from here. I could just go over there and just kidding.
Came all the way over there, and she's like feeling stabby.
Oh, I'm always feeling stabby.
See?
It just depends who's in my way.
This is why I stay scared, people.
Well, you have nothing. Well, when Schaller, remember that? Do you remember that when me and you and Rev were talking and he showed you that video of me singing?
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, he does.
No, he doesn't.
And I'm like, I was stabbing you with my mouse.
There was no video. There was nothing happening.
Oh, it was horrible.
Meanwhile, everybody else is like, what the hell is going on right now?
Yeah, no, sorry. You're not going to hear my singing. Unless I'm like super drunk. Maybe in the after show I'll show you guys. But not live, that's for sure. Although it's mostly.
Well, no, you won't
sing together.
Yeah, let's sing together. Why not? Why not?
You won't show them. I would show them, but you know, then again,
no, they would rather hear it from me.
Yeah, back to the whole stabby thing, you know.
I don't want to get shanked.
Exactly.
I have a real knife. I didn't make it myself.
Being stabbed isn't that bad.
It is if it kills you.
Yeah, but you have to have good aim, so whatever. I'm not that worried about it.
Susie.
What? Sorry?
What kind of beer are you drinking?
Oh gosh, it actually is Canadian, Molson Canadian, but they just changed it to, and it looks kind of like a Budweiser. I hate that, but
Canadian Wiser, eh?
I drink
Canadian Wiser, yeah. What are you
I'm
drinking?
Ham.
Oh, you're drinking ham.
Good Lord.
Way awesome.
What? You
Damn.
guys have heard of ham?
Oh yes, I've heard of ham.
Good Lord. Freaking
Yeah,
ham.
they'll kill you, right?
Still gonna go eat.
Ivan says Cade and Rev could do it. Drop a mic.
Hey, Rob, what are you drinking?
I'm gonna go ahead and say that at least on my part, I could let everybody know how Susie sounds, but at least on my part, I'm gonna be very horrible about that, and BD's gonna have a lot of work to actually make that sound good.
Drop us a beat.
There's already a beep. Do you not hear all the beeping in the background?
No.
No, that's a beep, not a beep.
Throw us a beep. No. We'll wait till the after show to get the party started.
That's right, everybody out there. You're not worthy.
No,
according to Susie.
it's not that. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's only like 3 people watching, so, and most of them, they're all invited.
Can't wait to grow these this year. The Black Beauties.
Oh, those things are delicious.
I heard you can make sauce with them.
What you gave us?
I was gonna say, yeah, those would be good in a fermented sauce. They look like in a nice like chocolate fermented sauce. That would be delicious.
Yeah, I grew those last year.
Susie bathes in fermented sauce.
Fermented
sauce. Love it. I do, and I just can't make a sauce that's not fermented. I don't understand why. I don't get it. Nope. Oh my God, excuse me.
Was that the chair?
Damn, that
was the chair. Yeah.
Yeah, that was classy.
Hey, I was gonna say I sent Rob Schaller a picture of these antlers. These is what my dogs bring up to me on the porch. He's got buddies that goes out hunting them and stuff. I was like, I don't even have to worry about hunting them because my dogs always bring them up to us.
That's awesome. He brings you sheds?
No, I got this one. This one was the first one, and this one that they brought up, and this one was last night's or the other night's shed that they brought up.
It's been in the woods for a year.
Is that what? Because it's white.
Yeah, the other one, that's a fresh drop. I bet that other one, it might even have hair around the part where it broke free.
Really clean.
Yeah,
this one's really clean. Has really nice parts.
Yeah. Yes. Can't wait to grow all these yellow pears out.
I'm not growing all these.
Dang, I thought that was a bag of weed.
No.
No.
No, or like not till the kids go to bed.
No.
It's okay. I don't smoke.
Yeah, you can tell. You can tell the difference between a fresh shed and an old shed. And if it's been one that's been sitting out for a while, it'll just kind of all be the same color. But usually, especially if it comes out of the woods, an old shed, it'll get dark on the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
But a fresh shed, like that's, I've had it for a couple of years, but you can see it's a lot lighter on the base. That's how, if it's sat out there for a while or not. But like I said, if it's sat there for long enough, then it'll get light, but it's all like the same color, like the base and everything. But if the base is really white, then it's a fresh shed.
Yeah.
So that one's real fresh.
Oh, see, that's pretty
That's
real wild.
White.
Oh, that's
I don't know if you can do that.
Yeah, but
it looks like a dog and on it, right?
And they cheat on this.
Yeah.
What about the other one?
A little bit. What's that?
What's the other one look like on the bottom?
It's browner.
It's a little browner.
Yeah, but
they brought both of these out this year.
But that still looks brighter around the edges and everything. I'd say that's a this year shed. The other one I think is probably a last year shed.
They put one by our car, and they brought the other one, and they
On the
put it
porch.
right on the porch.
That's just this year, but they brought a bunch in the past. Like bigger than these.
Yeah.
This one's a heck of a horn. Look at this one that I found in the woods. It's got and then it's got one that sticks off the side, but it's got some stickers down at the bottom. This one's actually a really cool one. That would have been a huge buck because even these ones down there, those stickers count as points. And then there's another sticker on the side of it. There's one on the side, on the bottom, one that sticks out on the side, and then it's got like the big main 4. That's a pretty mean look.
At my dad's house, we've got a whole perfect set of moose antlers that he framed and put by the doorway so people could use that as like a coat hanger or whatever. But it's like they're like, I don't even know how big they are. They are huge. These moose, like full-grown moose antlers. And
Moose
I don't even
gigantic.
Oh, they're massive. Like I probably couldn't even do this like around.
Most people, especially Susie, could like walk right underneath the front legs of a moose.
Oh, I could, yeah. Yeah, I'd probably die, but
including my sister, she could totally do that too.
Another thing, if an antler's been laying in the woods for a while, you see that notch there, and like on this one right there, like up by the tip, the squirrels, for whatever reason, this one isn't very badly chewed, but I've seen some really heavily chewed ones. But squirrels, for whatever reason, they like to chew on the antlers.
Yeah, they get calcium.
Yeah, if it has chew marks on it, it's probably been there for the season.
Yeah, it's because they like the calcium.
But didn't they make steroids for the deer antlers or something like that?
I don't know. Possibly.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that.
The deer stag antler. They made steroids out of it, and now it's banned now. Yeah, look it up. I remember reading the story about it.
Yeah,
when all the steroid stuff was going on.
Well, we lost our prized hunting spot actually just recently because one of my dad's buddies killed a deer on our friend who was letting us use his property on the pasture where his horses were. And you can't kill deer on the horse pasture because the horses are there, obviously. Yeah, that was depressing, and then we just haven't gone since. When there's more than one moose, are they meats? They're mooses.
Mooses. Hey, Rob, what do you got there? A match pair?
Huh?
Is that a match pair?
No, it's not. This one's completely different. It's got a cool structure to it, and it's got like a time down near the bottom, but it's got this cool 3. It's a nice, like, this would have been a nice 8-point. It's just got a cool structure to it. It's a nice 4-point horn. This other one, though, if you count, like, it's got the main 4, but then counting that one and the other 3 stickers, it's got, what is that? 4. Yeah, this one's 8 on just one. So this could have been like a 16 point.
I can't see. Okay, there we go. Show it again.
This one right here, it's huge because it's got the main 4. But then it's got a sticker here, and then it's got down at the very bottom, it's got 2 stickers, and then there's another one right there. And then in another year, like the next year that this one had its horns, it would have been a freaking monster.
Jeez.
If it survived to be that age, which I'm assuming it did since it shed that one. And then this one's a funny one. This one's just one. It's a decent sized horn, but it's only just got the 2 points on it.
Yeah, it doesn't have a brow.
Yeah, there's no brow, no stickers, nothing. It's just a split tine. It's interesting how they all grow differently. Like, here's one that, in comparison to that split tine, this one's smaller, but it's a nice 3-point. Like, it would have been a nice, perfect, like, symmetrical 6-point buck.
Right. Well, that one you got has a long main beam.
Do what?
That 4-pointer, that one side, the main beam's long on that.
Yeah, it is. It's a really long one. Like, from the tip to the base, it's pretty long.
This is our girl
it's got really high tines that stand up high on it on there.
I bet that.
And then the stickers down at the bottom. You don't see those stickers at the bottom often like that. That one was set up where it could have grown into a gnarly monster if it lived another few years.
Right.
Actually, the world record buck was shot about like, I don't know, an hour or two from here.
You're talking
about like no, I saw that one this year that was like debated. No, it wasn't the world record, but this was like 2 or 3 years ago. The world record buck. I want to say it might even been shot in my county. I don't think it was, but it was shot a little ways away. But it was I forget how many points, but it measured. It was like 147 inches or something.
Sit.
Our dogs has brought this up to us too.
Oh, even deadheads.
There was a half of the whole rack and all the whole head at one point. So I'm guessing it's probably somebody shot it and died, and the dogs just brought up the whole head.
Wow.
Oh dang!
And you just cut off the rest of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, my buddy, he makes what's called European mounts. Like if it still has like the flesh and stuff on it, he takes it and he like puts it in a big pot. He actually uses his like his big propane fryer thing, in like his big pot, and just fills it with water and boils the heads, and then like uses like bleach and water mixed to, like, once he gets everything cleaned off and boiled, then he does like a bleach with like some water in it, so it makes the like skull very, very white. But he does really nice European mounts, which that's what that's called when you like just you keep the whole skull intact, but you like clean up perfect. And he's got a lot of people that go to him to do that because he's become really good at it over the years.
My son's got that done to his.
We did that to our sons.
It looks nice. I mean, it looks real sharp if you get like a nicely done one.
Grab it.
Yeah, I probably did several already. It's very
Brando, good night then.
Good night.
Later, Brando.
Brando.
Good night, Brando.
Later, Brando. I'll see you around tomorrow evening.
See you
if
later,
not
Brando.
before.
Yeah, we'll see you tomorrow.
All right, guys.
Yeah, we'll see on your
all the 4 people watching. Brando tomorrow.
Tomorrow
There's
night.
four people watching. It says 13 in the
Yeah, but
chat.
we're all in it.
Hey guys, I'll stay around longer, but it's getting a little late, and plus the audio for some reason is breaking up, and I can't hear much. So,
Well,
Damn
we'll be
technology.
we'll be over there on your live stream tomorrow night.
Yep.
What time
everybody
are you
check
going
out Brando Chill and Chat. What time are you going to go on?
Yeah, you gonna be like 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock?
Eastern, Central, Mountain.
Well, usually
Saturday, Sunday, April.
Capsaicin time.
I thought of doing a live stream calling that the Capsation Crew.
Oh, I wouldn't be a part of that. That's for sure.
Oh, really, Miss? I'm gonna do a freaking Scorpion. Butch.
Yeah, I threw up though, and you and Rob were the only ones that noticed until y'all said everything.
Yeah, well, I threw up when
I think there were other people that noticed. There was a lot of people.
I can't believe you have a screenshot of that, Rob.
I threw up when I did a Brazilian brain strain.
Yeah, but not on camera.
Yeah, well, yeah,
Not on a live stream. Rob was like, Susie, it just looked like it just came out, like oozed out of your.
No, not oozed. It just like flew out.
No, it didn't fly out. It was more like if you were to turn a tube of Go-Gurt upside down and squeeze it.
You guys, I don't even know what live stream that was from, but that was like.
That was Susie Eats a Scorpion.
And I ate a whole one too.
Well, you ate half and then you recuperated. You ate the other half.
And then I ate, and then I ate the other half.
You went away for a very long time. You were gone for like 30 minutes after that second.
Yeah, probably because I was dying.
Yeah, we were about to call an ambulance for you. We weren't sure what to do.
We were gonna tap on trees to call the Mounties.
I can't even afford an ambulance, so that didn't call 911.
Yeah, I watched that video 2 weeks ago.
I know you, and Revs told me that you messaged him and was like, "Did she just eat that?"
That was a good one.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, you were having shots out of your moose shot glass of whiskey.
I don't even remember that. Lisa's saying, and you kept it going like nothing happened. Exactly. That's how you got to do it, and that's how no one notices except for you guys. And Rob was able to take a screenshot, I guess.
Because Lisa's always there.
Ivan, we could.
And I know I always say it, but shout out to Barnyard Chicken for being like the most valued viewer on YouTube. I think that YouTube like needs to send Lisa a freaking plaque because she is always there. Even if you don't know that Lisa's there, she's there.
I just sent Lisa.
I said that though, Rob. Yeah, you've said that.
I sent her a message on Twitter asking her for her email that she uses for Hangouts so that we could get her on the live stream.
Heck
yeah, we were trying to get her. Well, I asked you to do that, but Ivan wants to know what the link is. You know what, Ivan? Here's your scavenger hunt. You're just going to have to go look for it.
Yeah, look up Susie. All you got to do is do Susie Eats a Scorpion, Reptos TV.
That's great. Thanks. Thanks for making it a challenge.
I like to make it an easy challenge, so.
Oh, gosh. I haven't even watched. Oh, my God. Please don't.
I haven't watched it either.
It's a good thing there's not many people on here.
I watched it when it happened.
Oh, crap. Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
There's that beat you were looking for, Susie.
Oh my God, you guys!
Did somebody make like a?
I love the look that she's got on her face.
That is the thumbnail. I hate you so much right now. I cannot believe that's the thumbnail to the video. Me throwing up.
No, it wasn't you throwing up. It was you like about to throw up, and you were doing that.
Everybody's sending. Oh my God, I hate you guys.
I feel bad for Susie.
Thank you, Larry. Fuck you guys.
Yeah, now everybody's gonna have to go back and look at that, Susie.
What?
I said now everybody's gonna have to go back and look at that.
And everybody will. Everybody's going to.
Oh,
the whole 13
You're
people.
not going to, Susie. That's terrible.
By the way, Susie did the Death Nut Challenge with me and Russ and Barbie on Russ's channel too. If you want to go back and watch that one on Russ's channel.
I did that like a champ.
Yeah, so did I on that one.
Yeah, well, that was your second time doing it.
Well, the first time, not so much, but the first time, or the second time, yeah, I look like a champ. I also didn't drink a beer for like 45. I didn't drink anything for like 45 minutes after doing the Death Nuts.
All right, well, everybody's looking up that video now, so I think...
Okay, well, to go ahead and counter the argument, go ahead and look up me doing the Brazilian brain strain, because that's
he throws it up too.
Favorite video.
That was also his last pod review.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was hilarious, actually. That was a good one, too. I have screenshots of you being like...
Exactly. So, so people have screenshots of you. You've got screenshots of me. Yeah.
You also have videos of me singing.
I look like such a freaking nut job on that one.
Yeah, you actually do look like a nut job on that one.
Oh, I totally do. Oh, I advertise it all the time. Like, I'm not trying to say that I'm not. No. If
Eric and Beth are watching the video right now, I can tell.
Yeah, if you want a good...
Then they're like, oh, my God.
If you really want to laugh at me, that is one of the best videos.
No, everybody's laughing at me first, Rev. Don't worry. And I
on
camera.
The live stream takes so much longer. My video is like only like 10 minutes long.
Oh my God.
We will watch them later.
Yeah, thanks.
I'm just
laugh at it. Yeah, if you don't do it in front of me, I'm fine. Oh, whatever. It's fine. I really don't care.
I thought we were singing later, so, you know, we hope that doesn't become a video.
Yeah, we're going to do a sing-along later, Beth. Me and you.
That's right.
We're doing, what are we doing? Summer
Know.
Lovin'?
You know any beer?
Oh, man.
Summer Lovin' from Greece or what? I'll be the man. You look brighter than me.
Wait, what? You guys are
Yeah, that's on the after show, though. We're not doing that live.
No. We're not doing that live.
That's what I said about puking.
I don't even know what this song is all about, but who are you going to sing, Brando?
Hey, we can all just sing.
Yeah. Why not?
Yeah.
I think Brando,
Exactly.
who would he be? Brando would be like the, Weekends, One Great City. That's who he would be. I hate Winnipeg. There's like a very monotone, but like maybe changing it up a little bit during the song.
Good song.
If you've ever heard of the Weekendans, there's a song called One Great City. Y'all should hear it. It is great. Great song.
Not much of a singer of mine.
You sound like you have an amazing voice for singing. Like Johnny Cash or something?
I fell into a burning ring of fire.
Down, 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 and the flames went fucking higher.
It burns,
Well, June Carter actually wrote that song. And she's like, here you go. And he's like, all right.
What was that song that he did with her?
Jackson.
No. Yeah, Jackson. That was a great.
Jackson. So come on here.
Yeah, that was a great.
Oh, Jackson. Oh, I'll never watch Walk the Line, will understand.
I know, that's such a good movie.
Mm-hmm. That was a great movie.
Now, what's the Beady Beats thing?
What's up?
Why would you sing Beat a Beat?
I feel like Beats would be like a freestyling, you know.
You gotta
Alan,
sing some
Johnny
Earth, Wind, and Fire.
What's
There
that?
you
Let's hear it.
Wind and Fire. What are you talking about?
I don't know. They said, "What would you sing?"
Well, let's hear it then.
I ain't singing it. I thought you guys were gonna sing it.
I know what you're saying.
No, we're all gonna sing.
Sling Blade is a good movie, says JDS.
Some call it
It
a
is.
cop.
That's a great movie if you
I
like
don't even know.
mustard and or biscuits and biscuits and mustard.
Mustard women or something.
Some call it a Kaiser
Thank
plate.
you, JDS. Yes, he seems like a beatboxer, like kind of just freestyling.
Okay. That's okay.
Rob Scholar, I know that's not your house. Like, where are you?
He's on a walkabout.
He said
Walking back to the car.
I'm like, you must be loaded if that's your house, because that's like 8 stories and
It's a building I'm working at. That's all.
oh, you're gonna go away to smoke?
If I was loaded, I'd be at home right now.
Oh. Now I know where the red dress talk came from. Oh, from the puke that fell all over me? Is that what you're talking
Rob S., are you on a cruise?
No, I'm in a parking garage.
He's showing us the city.
Yeah.
Just a parking garage.
Let's
That's
take
all.
us on a tour there, huh? Little Chicago.
I've never been to Chicago, but I've been close a few times.
Really?
I've always wanted to go because the Cubs are my team.
I lost my car in Chicago once. I actually don't know.
A lot of people have lost their car.
Wait, you lost your car or card?
My car. I was on a street that you couldn't park past 9, and I was hammered and went to move it, and I don't remember where I moved it. So I had to go find it the next day.
What?
Yeah, that happened.
Oh, hey, someone can where's my car?
It was.
Where's my car?
It was it was a couple blocks away in a parkade on like the 5th floor, and it took us like hours to find it. And then I tried to get it out, and the parking meter thing wasn't working.
I've never been to Chicago, but I have seen Windy.
It was, I think in Oak Park. Is that like a thing? I don't know. Oak Park. I feel like,
Oak Park is a thing.
Yeah. No. In Chicago.
Yeah, Brenda's from Chicago.
Oh, really? Okay, that's where it was then. Oak Park.
Yeah, Oak Park is in Chicago. That is a thing.
Okay.
Brando, Fixter, and Happy Pepper.
Yeah, I know, but Happy's more on the outskirts. But yeah, that's where it was. It was in Oak Park, and I was on the main strip, I guess, like the strip. And then my car was parked there, and it was like, oh shit, I can't park it there past the or something. And then I had to park it somewhere else, and it was like blocks away in a parkade somewhere. And the meter wasn't working, so I couldn't even get my car out of there once I found it.
Yeah, Oak Park's right outside Chicago, not far.
Yeah.
Have you ever eaten a pepper there, Brando?
Yeah, this past year I was eating peppers at the Cubs game.
Yeah, I remember that picture, man.
There you go.
Hey, Dave, Happy Pepper. I don't have a dress, so I can't show off my dress.
No, Ivan says, Cade Swain, now I know where the red dress talk come from. I don't understand. I feel like that means I covered myself. Oh gosh, I don't know. I don't want to say that if you guys have a weak stomach, but I covered myself in like red throw up. I don't know. Is that what that means?
No, he's talking about the red dress.
Red throw up.
Which one?
All right.
The Instagram red.
Oh God! Oh, did you? Yeah, you obviously showed it then.
Yeah.
Where's Happy Pepper at tonight?
Times.
He's with his son and girlfriend and his son's girlfriend.
You want to see the red dress? I got a picture of it.
Happy Pepper's been double dipping tonight. He hadn't been a faithful viewer.
Yeah, you want to see Susie in the red dress? I got that picture.
Oh my God! You show that all the time.
I love how
I want to see.
You better not show that. You just said you do show that all the time. So that's kind of permission to like, yeah, go ahead, show it again.
No, but I'm not. Like, it's on my Instagram. Everybody can see it. If you want to add me on Instagram, it's Susie Q. Where are you? By the way.
There you go.
Where are you?
Crap.
What?
I'll add you.
Well, whatever. It's actually it's a somewhat flattering picture because that's when I weighed like half of what I do now. So
half.
You look good. What's up, Instagram? I don't even know how to work half this shit.
Yeah, neither do I. I don't even know.
I don't have Instagram anymore.
Holy crap! Lisa drove from. Hold on. She drove from Texas to Chicago. Well, that's a long drive. It started snowing the day we left. Ugh. Yeah, I drove from here to Arizona, Maricopa in Arizona. That's where my dad's house is. I had a great drive. I love driving through the states. Like, I just love it.
I drove from the Atlantic Ocean to Pittsburgh all the way to Alamosa, Colorado, into New Mexico, and then back into Colorado. But then another time I drove from all the way to Albuquerque, went north into the west part of Colorado, and then all the way back. It was a long drive.
No. Just punched me in the fucking face.
What the heck is going on over there? Is Eric and his wife like freaking out, like trying to check out Susie's pictures?
Probably.
I'm not. Beth is.
Hey, I have no
Brando's
clue.
leaving again.
Hi, asshole. Hey!
Brando.
Oh, I got it.
You
Red dress.
Well, Brando.
I was just saying later to Brando in the chat. Brando in the stream is still here.
Yeah, but is Brando going out?
Shit.
I thought
I don't know. They may or may not be.
Susie in red dress.
Oh my God.
Susie
You
in the
look
red.
beautiful, Susie.
Wait, go to the other one. There's a different one.
Awesome.
I was back in my skinny days.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a different
Oh, this one. That sounds good.
I had a little red dress back in my 20s.
That one.
There it is.
Yeah, talk to me.
Thank God. Yeah. Can't even see it.
Can't really see it. You gotta hold it up and then talk.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go. Susie's picture.
Right, just go ahead and take all of that.
It.
That's it. Hot stuff.
Still can't see it. I'll be talking over you the whole time.
Unless he presents it.
Yeah.
Now,
Have a good one, Brando.
Later,
Brando.
Randall.
I'll hit
Is that
you
like a
tomorrow
glamour
after-
shot or something, Susie?
Ah, God.
Later, Brando.
Later,
Yeah.
Brando.
Brando.
It was a glamour shot once upon a time.
So it was a glamour shot.
No, I actually
Similar. I've got one hanging up in there too. Oh my goodness, what they put you in.
Let's see it.
What?
The
Come on,
clothes.
Frank.
Turn.
You won't.
Innocent said, Mama, what are you wearing? In mine.
What are we talking about now?
Glamour shots or the photos.
Frank's glamour shot.
No.
Yeah,
That
right.
was not a like a thing that I paid for. That was a buddy of mine who was a photographer for something, and he's like, "Oh, I need to build my portfolio. Will you model?" And I'm like, "Well, whatever, fine, I guess." And then I did that. And I actually have a really good one of me in a Jets jersey on my Facebook. I never posted it. I've never posted this picture. And it's like the weirdest thing that like my dad has one of these pictures, like, and I'm like, Dad, what the fuck? I'm like, this is so like, he's like, but you just look good. He's like, that's all. He's like, I'm proud of you. Like, he's like, you look like a mom. And I'm like, Dad, that's like so creepy, man. See if I can, because I'll represent the Jets any day of the week.
I think it says like there's like 10 people watching and 7 people are on the channel.
That's why I'm saying let's go to the after show. Like, Jesus.
That?
Oh my gosh, you guys. How? Oh, fuck. Hold on. What? I see. Okay. Look at this picture. Oh no. Oh, Christ. Okay, hold on. Sorry, no offense to people. I was gonna show you a picture of my cat, but it didn't happen. Why? Oh, I see why. Okay. Oh my gosh, you guys. My mother, who passed away a couple years ago, wow, I just came across that picture of us. Wow. That is just crazy. That makes me want to cry.
It's beautiful.
All right. So on that note, do you want to end it?
Yeah, I do.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Tell everybody how they can find you. Yes,
Sorry.
Susie. Tell everybody how they can find you, Susie. You know, because you're gonna have a new update coming out like tomorrow.
You guys can find me on Facebook.
Facebook? What the hell is Facebook?
Yeah, you can find me on Facebook, Susie Dean, or where's my name? Hank. Find me on Instagram, Susie Q, where are you, of course. And other than that, yeah, that's basically the only places you can. Or on YouTube, but I don't have like many videos or anything. Anyways, on to the next person.
Well, you can find me on Facebook I don't make any YouTube videos, but eventually I'll get there where I'll make some. You find Beth on Facebook and anything else, Beth?
Nope. Instagram. I have Instagram.
Next. Lumberg.
Yeah.
On you.
Yeah.
Yep. Where can they find your YouTube videos?
On YouTube. Where else?
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, well, there you go. The Spring and Larry, where can they find you?
Facebook, YouTube.
Facebook. What is this Facebook everybody keeps talking about?
It's that thing you have an account for, right?
Instagram, Twitter, Tumblr. I guess Pinterest. I think I see it.
Yeah.
I can't go on it. We actually have 2 Facebooks. Yeah. One was for poetry and 3D printing, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Beatty?
Yeah, you guys could check me out on Google Plus, but if that's going to be removed or whatever on MeWe or on any social media, you can find me. Just
And late nights, you can find them prowling in the Florida jungle.
Yep.
Cougar
Where I took a sip.
It's hot out there in that Florida jungle.
You know it, man. You know it.
Be careful, man. Well, anybody else have anything that they want to say before we hit the unlive button?
Go Jets.
Yeah. No? That's it?
Yeah.
Go Colts. You won't throw a Jets out there. Colts.
Jets. Well, we're talking 2 different sports here. No, the Winnipeg Jets, not the New York Jets.
Just tell him to shut up.
I'll cheer for the Colts just for you guys. How about that?
All right. Well,
bye.
Damn. Jumping the gun.
Later,
Oh, sorry. Red has to do his thing. I didn't even think that. I thought he did already.
No, I'm not going to say anything. They know how to get to me. If they're on my channel, they already know. Click the subscribe button. Bang, done. You're done.
All
no,
right.
what I was going to say, what I was going to say was, hey, we were live. It was awesome, because you were here. And yeah, now we're not live anymore. So yeah, catch you next live stream.
Taco.
Where the hell?
Bye.
There you go.
Bye.